Ooh.
Mel is a dirty kill stealer.
I am. Melisandre's like, oh, no, that's my job. But thanks for...
Clarence, you are not allowed to you are not allowed to malign the name of our elven queen who protected me so well last time. So you may stand in the corner and rust quietly.
Why y'all so mean to Clarence?
I do not rust.
Your ladyship?
I am not made of a material that rusts.
Rest or rust?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, last time, as a recap, I will volunteer this time. We continued our fight against a group of hostiles down in the catacombs below the Temple of Dave, and we were able to defeat them. There was a spellcaster who did escape through a teleportation circle. Apparently, it was a one-use, so we could not follow him. After we searched and cleared out the catacombs, we returned to the mayor's office. Silas brought over the cleric of the Temple of Dave and explained the situation, and the Company of the Silver Bell did receive our payment from the mayor's office as promised, which was locked away in a chest, and Clarence carried it back to the inn for us. We were told that the innkeeper would be informed we were staying as guests of the town, and he would not charge us for our stay. And then Silas was in consultation to determine whether or not he would be conducting a ceremony to hallow the ground of the catacombs and prevent the incursion of any more undead forces down there. So that was the final discussion we had last time. Also, we did see a person in armor leaving the mayor's office while we were waiting to speak to him. Clarence noted that he had a black dragon ring around his finger, and Mood cast a tracking spell right at the end of the session, which we will find out more information on. And for those of you who are just joining the game now, at the start of episode 4 here, you missed a secret sort of post-credit scene that was promised at the end of episode 3. So if you haven't watched episode 3 yet, please go back, watch 1 and 2, and then 3, and then catch the secret special post-credit scene, which was only known to them, not to the rest of the players. So that, I believe, wraps up our consultation or assumption of the game so far.
I'm having an issue logging in, guys, so it's going to be a minute before I actually get into the Roll20. I just changed my password, and it's like, nope, that's not good enough.
No problem, Mel. Well, in that case, for anyone who is watching who would like to sponsor the stream, our great DM would love to have someone sponsor and would be willing to read out credits or other announcements, even a product.
Oh, you're breaking up.
For their best effort.
As a counterpoint to that, screw that. Sponsor me instead.
With the lowest
I deserve it more. I really want it more.
Well, we have a GoFundMe set up for the rescue of Archie, and that's what we should be plugging.
That's correct.
I understand that he wasn't the best person, but he was our giant alligator crocodile monster.
Oh, we'll get it back.
Arms of a gator, fly away.
We just have to get to 1 million.
You should do a thing so we can get Archie back. We can get Archie in this campaign.
No, we don't. Oh, jeez.
And this is how Archie gets into every campaign.
Archie's a fan favorite character, and by fan favorite, I mean my favorite.
He was just a
I
gator
like
boy.
Archie too.
Everybody loves Archie, and Mel has always been a huge supporter of Archie. She was going in on Brandon on my behalf.
Not happy. And then we never got to get him back. So.
And then we never got to get him back.
No.
I don't think we would have ever been able to get him back.
I think we're going to have to revisit that campaign eventually and continue on.
I think that's what a dimension door is for. It is if I want it to work that way because I'm a dreamer.
So
I don't know.
Sleep.
yeah, I'll sleep it. I'll prepare hollow just in case. But at night, and I'm out of spell slots anyway, so it's time for bed.
There we go.
Oh, Mitch, you weren't here for that era.
Was there some more information that that Mood was supposed to get as a result of that spell last time? You told him to hold off. Okay, and then okay, I just want to clarify. Thank you.
He got a bit of a head start. We know he's going north. We can't take it now because I'm drained. We could try to get a little more information on a direction, but I think north was pretty good. And then maybe we could pick up more scent afterwards.
Well, I think getting some much needed rest is probably going to be our best idea. And then start fresh in the morning.
Well, it depends if I'm going to cast.
I agree.
It depends if I'm actually going to cast Hollow or not. I mean, I can try to talk to the people first thing in the morning and see before I go prepare spells. Or I can just prepare it and not talk to my god tomorrow. So, whatever you guys want.
Is tomorrow Sunday?
It could be any. What day is it then?
Yeah, I mean we can always use commune to focus in now that we have a general idea of the direction we're going.
No, Mitchell, I'm talking about the second campaign I ever did with Brandon, where Archie actually comes from. It was the Tower of God, and I had a 20-word title for Archie, and it was Gator Boy, Skater Boy. He said, "See you later, boy," and this is all 8s and 0s, by the way. And then he became a waiter boy. I used to have it written down somewhere. I don't remember where it is. But this is like a year and a half to 2 years ago now.
So did we all agree to take a long rest?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
That was back in the days where Archie was gonna get up to 36 strength, and then everybody just kind of couldn't play anymore. That's baseball.
Since Archie doesn't, or since Clarence doesn't sleep, you know, Vigo's happy to place the chest with our cash at Clarence's feet, so he'll watch over it, so nobody robs it. And we'll find a nice half a bed to go sleep in himself. So.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Is it night? Okay. No. I was thinking Vigo used several of his potions. I don't know if he restocked at the end
Oh,
of
well,
last session.
Mood is very kind and donated quite a few potions to me.
Okay.
Once we got back, and he came to realize that, having somebody who could get the cleric back up again was kind of handy to have around. So yes, I'm currently have 8 potions of healing, 2 potions of greater healing, and 1 potion of superior healing available to me to hand out as I need to. So, but if nobody needs any of my specific skills to do any prowling around tonight, I will be happy to call it an evening. So, anybody else?
I'm ready for a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think all the spellcasters are spent.
I'll do a watch if we're doing watches. I think I'm still pretty, I'm mild, but I mean I can make do with the short rest.
Vigo's fine. I do have that. I did take that -3 strength hit from the shadow while chasing the wizard last time. So I think that's a long rest to cure that. Okay, so I will take a watch if necessary, but as long as I get my long rest and get rid of that penalty.
I mean, me and the robot man don't sleep. We just kind of sit there and stare in a direction.
So you guys can keep watch.
Bro, let's play checkers.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Hell yeah. Am I proficient in anything? I just didn't have the sheet pulled up, you know?
Hold on.
No, but I am proficient with pens. I made the classic thing and was proficient in calligrapher set. Or, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, you're tied.
Yep.
Bro,
solid.
I think what each of us are doing, we stacked all of our pieces on top of one piece to have one super piece, and we're just chasing each other around the board. Indeed. I would like to think of new checker strategies. No, I refuse. You can't make me do anything. Who do you think you are? The DM? Intelligence check. No. No, you can't. No.
Did I need to roll or something?
Who's... No. That's not me, friend. That's Iendus. That's right.
Who's Iendus?
It's the it's still a -1 no matter what, but you know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Can I just like keep the 14?
3 with consistent.
2 super pieces. That way I can do a pincer maneuver on him.
It is.
Well, I think the first question we're going to have is to Silas this morning over a nice hearty breakfast. As to, we need to go back to the mayor to find out if the town has decided to fund or provide the necessary reagents for his hallowing ceremony, and what other preparations he needs for that to happen. Also, question: was there any undead walking the town last night? All right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and prepare Hollow, but I'm not preparing Contingent today. I'm just letting you know. And we're gonna go to the mayor and see if we can at least get an early meeting, because it's gonna take me 24 hours to do this.
Do we think that someone might try to stop us from concentrating? Like, do people here seem to like have any sort of favor to the church? Like, do they seem to like it? Like, not like, oh, like, or is this kind of like a small, minority thing? Like if we go and concentrate it, right? Like, do people tend to favor that place, or like, are people going to look at us trying to do anything over there skeptically, or want to try to prevent it? Okay.
Yeah. I was half tempted not to. I was half tempted not to.
Hmm.
Great. Sounds good. So unless I used my 5th level spell slot, I'm gonna be able to talk to the madam tonight, and we can maybe get more information on certain things, depending on how the rest of the day goes.
As long as you have that prepared, you don't need your spell slot.
Right, it's a ritual. Yep.
Oh,
There you go. Good to go.
Hey, did y'all know it's a ritual?
is it?
What?
It might be.
Is it?
Do you want to have a conversation with her ladyship about what you found out?
Did we
Yeah.
did we get more money than we were originally told we could get? We were getting paid?
We all received a 450 gold piece payment from the mayor's office.
Oh, okay. I know. I didn't quite catch the whole ending, and it sounded like Vigo was gonna try and get more money out of him.
Oh well, again, the company of the Silver Bell. No job too big, no fee too big. We're willing to negotiate anything. We did negotiate 450 per person to clear out the catacombs, and which we did, and the mayor did pay us. And that's what was locked in the chest that Clarence guarded all night. Thank you, Clarence.
You're welcome.
And then
You're welcome.
Silas, our good man Silas, to consecrate the area of the catacombs for an additional fee, of course, on top of the cost of the materials. And that was an additional fee. So that was also in consideration negotiation. We're working toward that.
Okay.
So yeah, but Mood we did see something yesterday. I guess we would have discussed that last night a little bit. But I believe Mood had cast a spell and told us that we may want to look to the north for maybe some new information. Is I think what we got out of that. So, Mood, did you want to have a conversation with her ladyship over what you're thinking?
Well, I told everybody that we think the dragon guy's to the north somewhere. North. If we want to figure out, does anyone have good ways to narrow that down a little bit, since we have at least a heading?
I mean, I can ask in some general questions to try to triangulate or try to narrow down the area, but it depends on the information I get from divination, or not divination, commune.
Right.
What would
Wonderful option.
What would we use for, like? Didn't you want to know if somebody do tracking? Which one is
Yes.
that?
Yeah, I can track a little bit, but I'm assuming you're much better at it than I am.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Which one of the skills would it be?
Survival.
Ah. Shall I do a survival roll?
Well, we gotta get out. We gotta figure out what we're doing and
Get out.
getting out there.
Okay.
I can cast a spell on you that it can greatly help
Okay.
tracking.
Okay.
And
I didn't keep
go ahead,
track. Sorry. Because I'm shooting arrows, I need to keep track of how many arrows I'm using, don't I?
Nah, we've never really kept track of that.
Not unless you're gonna we're gonna take all of your arrows and put them in some weird trap that does something where that amount matters.
Okay, so it's not a super big deal if I'm
we can assume that you
and-
refill them whenever you can,
Okay.
and then you have enough to survey
it's not
whatever we're
something
doing.
that I necessarily have to go buy though. Like I can either retrieve them or make
yeah,
them
because
myself.
you can get half of them back during a combat, and then they're like a silver piece for 20 of them or something. So
okay, I wasn't sure. I was like, oh crap, I wasn't keeping track of my arrows.
No, unless something comes up that's really matters how many arrows you have.
Okay.
Again, we find a spell that can there's a spell that you can set a trap that you need a bunch of arrows for that they'll shoot on their own. Mm-hmm. So unless we're gonna abuse that type of thing, then it might matter, but not normally.
Okay. All right, cool.
And if you did get a special arrow, like a +1 or something, or arrow dragon sling, you would have to track that one.
Okay.
But your basic average ones, no. Most times not. Okay, so are we thinking that we would like to enhance Melisandre's tracking ability and then have her lead the group?
Clown?
And we'll go out and
that
kill
sounds
each
like a
other
good
until we can
idea.
find?
We can, but I mean, maybe we can use the commune as a base start point, because even the north is kind of a little open-ended, and his tracks went off. He could have tried to get rid of tails, but it didn't seem like he was worried. So I feel like commune can give us a solid area to look in.
We do this. Well, I like your thought there that maybe he's trying to throw off a tail, so he might have circled back or done a few things. What if we start tracking his trail a little while, and if we don't lose it, we just kind of follow it, and when we get where we got to go, maybe we can shape some better questions with the commune.
I like
but
that.
If we lose the trail, maybe then we use the commune as a backup, put us back on track.
We'll have to find the trail first.
Okay.
which is what I'm worried about, is finding that trail again.
I can also help with guiding as well.
Or rods, but that's my thought is, let's not use commune right away because it's kind of a 911 call.
He can do it he can do it 4 times a day.
But then it gets iffy.
It gets iffy, so it usually averages about to twice a day, which is six whole questions A day.
I understand that, but I'm also saying that I mean, how often do the gods really like to interfere down here? In the realm of proper sized people versus all you bigs.
With how devout he is, I'm betting the god loves him.
And I'm not saying anything bad against the man or his connection with his deity. I'm just saying that I kind of feel like the gods put us here to solve our own little problems, and they've got their own bigger problems to deal with up there. Because I mean, you're all big, but they're bigger.
I think my aunt is a little bit bored. She has to do the same thing of ferrying souls from one side to another. I think she'd relish the distraction of someone she's given this much power to.
That's my thought. Like I said, not really my forte.
How about we start off with the because I can help gas guidance on the tracking as well. Can you double up on guidance?
No, you can't stack
Nope.
guidance.
Unfortunately.
Because I was assuming that was what you were going to do as well.
No, I have a spell that can basically give her Witcher sense.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Well, that's what I said. Let's start with that first, and then if we have to go and commune, save that one maybe for a little bit later. But let's start on our own and see what we can accomplish on our own first.
For the spell to work, we have to find the tracks first. For my spell to work, we have to find the tracks first.
I think, and
Okay.
that's why Beagle points at Melisandre and goes, "There you go."
I'm going to offer my handout in appreciation for Tamila-san.
Take his hand.
Okay. What does that do?
I'm going to cast guidance. You're going to, if you want, you for the next minute, you can add 1d4 to any of your ability checks.
Cast guidance. He's got to touch you.
Yes.
I'll help her since I'm decent at survival as well. You got advantage.
And what's yours?
Well, no, you get to roll another d20.
Oh, another d20?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness. If this isn't setting the tone for my night.
Well, +6, +4.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
What I'm hearing is I've got a
17's not
chance.
terrible.
What'd you do
You
to
get
me,
the 17.
Clarence?
Only what was deserved.
From 2 d20s and a 4.
You're fine. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You make it look easy. Regardless of what you rolled, you
It's
made it
red,
look easy.
though.
With
Doesn't red
all
mean
said and
bad?
done, you made it look easy.
Oh,
So it would have
okay,
been a
sorry.
13.
Plus the 4, 17.
Okay. If you guys are happy with it, cool.
Did we find his tracks? Okay, then I will cast my spell upon our ranger.
Illuminate
Hold on.
spore.
Yeah, until we get for at least a little bit till we think that we might be getting close. Then we might.
You've got
How do we want to approach the area?
stealthily.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I don't want the bard singing away, but I mean, my thought was we approach do we get to a point where we think we're maybe getting close to a camp or something, or at least we can, if you tell her that this will last about, we'll call it a candle mark, so an hour, so she's got some time to track this guy unless he does something weird. And how many people really want to walk an hour to get to their campsite out of town?
well, I mean, if the campsite has a bunch of dragons and you're trying to be stealthy, it might be a little longer than that.
Maybe,
we
but
wanna-
still,
Do we want to go with her, or do we want her to try to be stealthy while she's tracking?
Well, we could stay back a little bit, and Mood could maybe track
I do
her,
this
tracking
stealth roll.
the guy. Is there a range on that thing? No, just concentration.
I need to
No,
know
once
just
I-
because
once
I
I
might need to
give
take
her-
off some armor. Otherwise, I'll be a clingy.
Yeah. So, like I said, maybe we let. My thought would be, for a stealthy guy, let the lady Melisande go ahead and with her dragon, Cora, and let them proceed forward, and then Mood, you track her.
We could have her go in front, and then we can be with the dragon, and the dragon should be able to know where. I think the dragon probably knows how to find her.
Is that the case, Melisande?
I would imagine so, because she basically, we're like
You're
connected.
bonded.
We could do
Bonded,
something like
yeah.
that. I think that would work, and then that way the people that are hunting dragons don't accidentally see a dragon.
I
Well,
like
she's
this idea.
currently away right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so should I roll stealth?
Look at you.
Nice. There you
Yay.
go.
That is a roll worthy of Vigo.
Yay.
It's an 11. Very nice.
Sure.
It's just a dog, dude. It's just a dog. Bro, I love Clifford.
Oh, okay. I guess when the party catches up to Melisande, well, what do
Describe
your elven eyes see?
Looks like there was a camp here maybe a day ago, and there's some pretty large tracks. I'm thinking maybe a dragon landed, and maybe
You the dragon ranger?
took off
Oh.
with whomever was here.
Okay. Melisande, would you assist me in investigating and see maybe if, I don't know, do dragons shed scales? Is this something a dragon might have done, or would it, chip a nail on a big rock or something if it landed or stood next to one, or when it took off, would it push and dig its claws in and maybe leave something behind? We might have more evidence of what was here. Okay.
I don't
I
have
will.
great investigation.
Mine's not great either. Anybody really, really high intelligence, like one of the
I have good at
spellcasters?
perception.
Me.
I got a
Me,
I got
I-
a 0.
I'm good at looking for things.
Actually, I'm really good at it.
I'm decent. I got a 4.
I got a 5.
There you go.
All
I
right,
believe I have a
Maybe you
minus
guys
1.
get it.
yes. Well,
A minus 1?
Clarence, could you see if you could find moss on the north side of the tree, please?
Oh yeah.
Awesome. You go do that, and let's have what? Moss on the north side of a tree.
It's a reference for a
Scout
lot
handbook?
of things.
The Boy Scout handbook says if you're lost in the woods and don't know how to find your way, moss grows on the north side of the tree because that's colder and damper. So that at least tells you where north is, and then you can, at least by knowing north, you can orient yourself a little bit.
I
Oh,
don't
no.
know. Clarence said he was
That's
good.
not moss. That's
Clarence
just
found
moss.
-1.
That's
I
me
mean, that's
finding
pretty
moss.
good,
I'm doing really well at finding moss.
Okay, well, so let's stack the odds for who is searching for the dragon scales or evidence
Really
of
hope
dragon.
I end up having the highest investigation
Was
roll.
that with a guidance from Silas?
I'll give you guidance to mood.
What am I doing?
Investigation.
We're
What are you looking for? Okay. Did the
we
tracks
have
run away?
footprint.
Did
We
the
have
tracks run?
footprint. Yeah, so we're looking for like scales or a chip nail or something like that or whatever.
The tracks led to a camp that
Oh, but they're gone.
we had. Yeah.
Okay, I am
And
not
there's
good
some
at
big
investigation.
tracks that come out of
All
nowhere.
right. I guess I'll take
Big
care of it then.
footprints.
Yeah, you got
Let me
it.
give myself guidance.
Neither did I,
I'm
but
looking around.
I rolled a 17, so you can too.
You rolled a
All right.
16.
Yes, but I've got a minus 1, so
Ah, yes, okay.
I've got a 1.
my roll
It
was a
counts that.
17.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yep, you tied the roll.
There you go. Okay.
For 18, because I can.
Yes, you can. There you go. So Silas beat the roll.
Hmm.
I can roll for advantage if people want to. All right.
Yes! What kind of moss? Yeah! I'm about to get some medicinal shit. Bro, I'm on it. Cool. What kind of medicinal narcotics can I make out of that? How much juniper moss did I find? So I'm just gonna put lots on there. Bro, I got metal for skin. Come on.
Okay, and where would if I know where north is because we have where the moss is, where is this person flying off towards? northwest. Okay. Would it be possible if I can see the main map, please? All right, so we're here at Quinny, and we went northwest. So that's somewhere in between Wedwater or as far as like this area is where that radius would be. And then out further, of course. Okay. Okay. So north by northwest. Okay, gotcha. Do we know where the enemy stronghold is?
Do we know anything about that forest?
Okay, so they're not heading. Where's that?
It's in that direction.
Yeah.
We're the yellow dot. So yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily a beeline direction. He maybe was trying to avoid flying directly over Redwater. So there might be a dog leg course, but he's headed that direction.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, that's a
Right
long
now-
way, right?
Could be, but see, I think we have more information now. This might be when, in my opinion, doing maybe communing to get a better bit of advice, would give us something more to work with. So, is this something that one of the gods would want to intervene on and say, "Oh, go that way"?
I
Well,
think
it's
she
more.
likes me enough that she'll help me out.
What questions shall we ask our cleric to ask of?
I was thinking of asking of if the person we were from this camp, if they were heading back to the mountains, to the northwest of us, well as how many days away is this, or is this person more than 2 days away from us, by foot? And the final one would be, is this person connected to what was happening at Quinning in the crypts?
Okay, I like the third one. the
I like
second one, I mean, yeah, that could get. But if we get the answer yes, that doesn't really give us too terribly much because we're assuming they're by dragon flight. So if they kind of go anywhere, they're probably going to be because they have a day on us, right?
Right,
Wow.
but if we know that this person is more than 2 days away, then we can regroup back at Luxor instead and give our report that yes, this person was here. Yes, we know that they do have a dragon of sorts. Yes, they have some type of shape shifting capability. Currently, they are out of the range of this area for us. And then maybe go back to Redwater or see if we can start on the other continent, make ourselves way towards the stronghold, or get a new assignment altogether. I think that overall we have done our best duty for tracking this person with our current capabilities.
I mean, if if our target was Redwater, shouldn't we still? Or no? Yeah, our target was Redwater.
No.
No,
Our
it was
target's the
not.
bottom one.
Quanning. God damn it.
Yeah.
I got lost. But I mean,
Vance
he's heading up towards...
dumped us in Redwater.
Well, and shoot, Vance was actually a step ahead. He was playing that 4D chess. We should have stayed up there. He was doing us a solid.
Yes.
No.
I mean, we could try to chase more. I mean, there's limits to how far a dragon can really fly.
Is there?
I
Okay.
think so. Uh-oh.
All right. I have a question. Does anybody recall the questions we were supposed to try to answer when we came here to do the investigation?
Nope.
You
Basically,
were just supposed to observe him.
No, we were supposed. Okay, so we were supposed to observe the area and determine whether or not the lieutenant who carried the silver spear and rode the black dragon was in this area. I believe we've answered that question with a yes.
Yep.
Second thing we were supposed to try to find out is why was he in this area? And I
Which-
don't believe we have an answer to that question.
well, we kind of do. He
Well-
was if we want to, if we can say that the person that we were following is that person, they were looking into the history of the town, and they were looking for records, as into the history of this town.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know, but that's what he was doing here. That's
If-
why he was here.
If after I cast
Matters is questionable.
after I cast Hollow on this place, if those who are more scrupulous than I am would be willing to talk to the mayor in such a way that allows to get more information out of him in such a manner that he would be willing to divulge secrets of that nature without paying him, I think that would be a good use of our resources.
Do we think the mayor knows more than he's already told us?
He's a politician, of course he does.
I mean, eh.
But would
Oh,
he
alright.
just tell us anything just for the sake of getting some coin?
Well, okay.
That too.
One other point that I will bring up, while we were waiting to visit the mayor, I got a peek at the town tax book, the ledger that the secretary was writing in, and I noted that the man who runs the horse stable on the edge of town does not pay taxes for some reason. So the ledger entries were clear that everyone else was paying their taxes. He was conspicuously left off the tax rolls for more than 1 month in a row, with no note that he was behind or that he owed or that he had paid in advance. So
Okay.
I think that to me smells like there's something more going on. And I wonder, is it worth us possibly investigating that? Because we know at one point the person with the large silver spear did make a stop to speak to the stable master, the stable owner on the south edge of town. He also made a stop to speak to the mayor. So we know that he made at least those 2 stops, if not more. But it would seem to me that there may be a connection between the mayor and the stable master, and something's going on where this guy's not paying taxes. And for a town that's broke because there's nobody here, kind of makes me wonder why this guy's not paying taxes. So,
Do we know how lucrative the horse stables are?
pays taxes. You know, I don't think it's right that we pay taxes, because I mean it's my hard-earned money. Why in the hell should I give it to the government anyway? But so I got to pay the crown. Hooray, the crown.
But
So
I actually agree with you. You should be given to the church instead.
yeah, you didn't get my point. Okay, anyway, we'll move on from that one and leave that alone for another day. We've had that discussion before. But said I got a feeling there's something going on between the mayor's office and the stable master, and the fact that we saw our silver spear carrying friend walk out of the mayor's office, apparently chummy with him, and it looks like he left the mayor's office, maybe hiked out here, and then possibly flew away at that point. So when he left the mayor's office, his business in town yesterday was completed. Does that make sense? Am I looking at a timeline here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's not what we were sent here for. Maybe we should go back and check in and see if we
yeah.
should follow up with that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So you're Melisandre, you're saying we should. Melisandre, you're saying we should go back to the town and check in with the mayor and the stable master, or are you saying we should go back to
Our guild.
the
or
guild
whatever.
and report into Vance and let him know
Yeah.
what we have, and then see if they want to
Yeah.
send us back here again?
Yeah, see what they, because we've essentially completed what they asked us to do. Do we want to choose to further investigate questionable things or go back and then see if they want us to even waste our time doing that?
That's fine. We can do that.
A suggestion.
And a valid suggestion too. So, Silas, what do you think? Other than donating everything to the church?
Again, I'm going to commune to the gods. Ask them, is this person that we've been sent here to follow heading back to their fortress? Is the mayor being upfront and honest with us, and does he know anything more than we think he does?
Well, that's two questions.
I'll consolidate it down to one. Is the mayor not being upfront with us? There we go. And 3, is the person who we were sent here to follow, did he have anything to do with the happenings in the crypt?
I feel like that second question is going to be a no, no matter what he's ever said to us, because he's a politician.
Which is what I said.
Yeah.
I don't think the mayor's can give us much reliable info.
That's why I said if after I get done with the hollow,
Why don't you ask? Was one of the purposes for the something about the Dragon Rider and what he's doing in town? Like, was there more than just looking for the? What was one of his main purposes of being in this town? Like more than just the information on the
history and crypt.
Yeah, the history. I don't think he has anything to do with the crypt, to be very honest. I think that's a whole nother bag of worms that we stumbled upon.
But I do think that it will give us, I think, depending on the answer, because of Madame's connection, I think she will have the best information on the crypt itself.
Sure, but I don't think the Dragon Rider has anything to do with the crypt.
And that's fair. But at least we roll it out.
Okay.
And then we'll burn that bridge when we get there.
Okay. Do we have a plan? Does everybody agree we have a plan here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I go lock myself in a room to do my communing?
Yeah, go nuts. Whatever you need to do.
Well, I mean, no offense. Do you want to lock yourself in a room, or would you rather lock yourself in the crypt? You said that's her domain.
Honestly, room. I'm a creepy bastard, but I am not that creepy.
Okay.
I mean, we're not even there
Well,
anymore.
We can walk back. I think we're good at. We've already ascertained all that we can from this area.
Right, we think he was just staying here to be far enough outside of the town to be able to fly on his dragon without being seen. Is that what we think this camp is purposes?
Well, from my perspective, all the trees are high enough to hide pretty much anything you bigs would have come up with. Sort of like a real full-size castle. So, yeah, that would make sense to me.
Yeah, he could have been hiding the dragon here and feeding it instead of bringing it into town.
Or well, you said he had a dragon ring on, right? And there was no sign of... What was there no sign of? There was no sign of landing?
Yes, correct.
But there was sign of takeoff?
So what if the
Correct.
dragon came out of the ring?
Yeah, that's what I. That's
The
that's
dragon
my
is the
thought.
ring. The ring is the dragon.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Damn, I should have picked his pocket. Aren't you glad he didn't try that in the middle of the mayor's office?
Archie Glad? You're right, Archie Glad.
I am Archie Glad.
I did not go there. I said, "Aren't you?"
I saw
So
the setup.
when the DM strikes down upon those who have maligned him and with bad puns, I do not want to be struck.
I don't even see the Archie channel anymore. Therefore, I'm no longer afraid.
Vigo declares evasion.
I can get any one of us struck down with multitudes of damage with a singular word.
I know what that word is. No,
I
don't.
have the power.
The power?
The power. Dare I say it?
Nah. Save it for later.
I'll save it for later.
There'll be a more epic moment. We'll be in the middle of a boss fight. You'll get half the party kicked out of the chat. It'll deteriorate into chaos. It'll be fun.
That's right.
No.
Ah! Then I dare say it. Alright, so as for our next move, I vote that we go back to the guild because we've done what we came here to do.
Did we though? I thought
We
were supposed to find
have,
them.
We've done the minimum, at least.
yeah, we've done the minimum for sure.
We definitely got info, but like I thought we were actually supposed to find out.
That was extra. The main one was just confirming that the guy was here, and then we even have some extra where we know he was looking into the town history.
Okay.
So we have more than the minimum because the minimum was this guy here? Yes.
Okay.
But we have a why he was here, which we have one of the reasons why he was here, which is looking into the town history. Do we know why he was looking into the town history? No. Do we know if he was doing anything else? No. Do we know his relationship, if he has a relationship with the mayor?
You know what though? Before we leave, can we ask a couple questions? I'm wondering if there's any other nearby towns that they like even trade with or anything.
Are there any other nearby towns?
Would it be worth trying to investigate the next town over to see if he's also poking around there, just to see
How
if, like,
how far away is
Yeah.
that by foot?
oh,
Okay,
geez,
so the
far is that
closest
away
town
by
is
boat?
3 weeks away. It's
never mind.
yeah,
Disregard this map.
How far is that away by boat?
probably about the same.
No.
'Cause boat travel's not that quick in D&D.
Oh, yeah.
Boat travel's slow in Dungeons and Dragons.
Couldn't
But
be.
it's consistent.
But you can carry goods with you, which is the biggest, I guess, plus for boat travel for D&D. Yeah. So unless I think our options are we could go back to the I think we're all agreeing that we're going to let our cleric commune,
Yes.
and then that'll give us some more information to do whatever we're feeling like. But I guess saying that bears no fruit at all. Our options are, I think, like interrogating the mayor or going back to the guild. I guess that's our leeway points.
I'm down to go back to the guild. I mean, I think I misunderstood what our core goals were with our optional. I think that reporting back would probably be best. We can remobilize.
Fine. But are we still staying until tomorrow, which would entail an entirely another day, in order for Silas to do the hallow consecration of the crypt?
I think that'd be the right thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, why not just fix this problem? Then at least we can get a little good faith with the people, even if it's
Listen,
not
I'm all about pumping up. I'm all about pumping up the reputation of the company of the Silver Bell.
Yeah,
No.
it could be useful later if we have a little bit of people talk.
Definitely, and, I mean, if only we had a bard in the company come up with a great tale and a yarn to spin and spread around the land of all the great deeds the company of the Silver Bell is doing. So, no, Vigo's okay with that. Okay, so we're going to go back to town. Are we're confronting the mayor? Yes or no?
We
I
don't-
I think we're good.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, then we'll wait, and then tomorrow morning, Silas will start his consecration and make the hallow on the crypt, which will complete that, and then we'll have to get paid by the mayor, and then when the spell is finished or the ceremony is finished, then we will go back. So if today is Monday, do we agree on that, or
But we're
today's
going
Sunday?
back to town to stay overnight again, right?
Well, it's going to be 2 days because we got to stay tonight. He starts
Oh.
the ceremony tomorrow morning, and then he finishes
Okay.
the next morning. Then we can go back. So if, for example, if the day is Monday, we're staying overnight Monday night. Tuesday, 24 hours is the ceremony for the hallowing, and then Wednesday we get to go back to headquarters and report into
Okay.
Vance.
Yep.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's the timeline right now. So we're gonna have 2 nights in town. Is what we're gonna do. Anybody agree on this? We're good. We're not good.
Yeah.
Questions?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
that's fine.
Silas?
We're good.
Excellent. Okay, you're the man of the hour. So we head back. And we can settle down to a nice, rousing
Well,
checkers tournament.
hold on.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, before we solidify what we have to do, we have to get our cleric has to commune with their god because some information he might glean might change our plans.
Yeah.
AKA, like, if he's not 2 days away from here.
And so, once we get back, I'll go ahead and lock myself in a room. And cast Commune. It takes me 11 minutes, undisturbed. Cast. Let's go with the first one. Is the person we were sitting here to follow, the lieutenant, heading back to their fort or stronghold? Okay. Next one is this person war, or was the purpose of this person's visit to this town to get information on the history of the town, or was it to get words? Was it to get was it to get information on the history of this town? Okay. Was the person we were set here to follow connected to what happened in the crypt? Ooh boy. So, so where is everybody at this point?
We're
I think
probably
we'll
in
go
the
back
inn
to-
if we're in the inn, right?
I was going to say we're probably down in the common room.
At the bar.
You hear me You hear me chuckle, like open the door enthusiastically, looking around for mood. You were wrong.
Oh,
He was here, very much so connected to what happened in the crypt.
oh, okay. Then that's probably really bad. Or maybe not really bad, but I guess it doesn't have to do with dragons then? Like, what does a dragon rider care about haunting a town if he just cares about killing dragons? Did you? So is the dragon rider still in the area?
Therefore, it is sure where they're heading currently.
You broke up. What'd you say?
It's unsure where they're at this point. I asked if they were heading back to their fort. They said it was unsure.
So he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, so he's maybe waiting for to meet somebody later.
Well,
I asked.
Yeah, so something on he doesn't. Well, he's not sure where he's. He might know where he's going, but he's not sure if he needs to go back to his keep yet or not. Yes. So he's probably waiting on something to happen.
He is in the area. He was in the area. He was looking into the history of this town.
So he is within a day's travel of here?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
And there was it was correct that he was looking into the history, and that's why he was connected to the, he's probably using the history to get information about the crypt, and to use the crypt for some nefarious purpose later down the road. So it is a good thing if we do consecrate that ground tomorrow.
Okay. Can you ask more questions?
I can, but it will start to, even though I am a devout follower, the more I ask, the more ambiguous it will get, and it might start giving us false leads. So it would be best if we
do it tomorrow.
I think right now we have a good idea of where they're heading.
Where are they heading?
I think we have a good. I don't think they're here anymore.
Okay, you don't think they're here?
No, I don't think they're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
I don't think they're here anymore. I think they've used their dragon to fly away, to go to some other place. Where that place is, we don't know yet. We were told to make confirmation that this person was here at a certain point and to figure out why they were possibly here. We have they were here, they were talking to people in town, and that they helped desiccate this crypt using the history of the town that they got from the mayor.
But we're not sure. We're not sure if those two things are connected or not. We're not sure if those two things are connected or not. He might have been looking for something that was historically important.
I think that you're onto something. I think that he's looking for something in the region, and this might just be one of the first spots he's poking around.
Yeah, but it is very worrying that the Dragon Riders and the undead things are connected.
Well, weren't several of the creatures we fought in the crypt also undead?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a mummy?
They were all
Battle
undead.
Mage?
They were all undead. It was the undead kept. We're assuming the undead kept the characteristics of the bodies that were raised because they were the adventurers that were sent down here at first, which was very concerning because that's like god of undeath levels of magical power to be able to do that. And
all the more reason to make sure we hallow the ground.
Yeah, no, that's not a question. That's we're definitely doing that. It's the it's still very vague on what the hell the dragon guy's doing. We know he's not. We know he's probably waiting for information in some capacity because we know he's unsure about. It's unsure whether or not he's going back to his thing or not. That wasn't a no, and that wasn't a yes. So it's
All right, which is fine.
yeah, which is so he's probably waiting on something.
But I'm sorry. Did Silas? Did you get the response that he was doing research into the history of the town?
Was doing research into the history of the town. So I think we should confiscate the history of the town and bring it back to the to our.
Answer.
We're gonna take the whole library.
Do we have the authority to do that?
I don't think so.
I can take anything you want.
Well, I mean, can we take the whole library? Yes.
I think we can use that as a bargaining tool, and we'll promise to have it transcribed and updated. As well.
That could be a lot of wasted man hours if he was just looking for one specific thing. Like, what if he was looking for maybe something in the crypt? One of the founders had an item of some sort that he was looking for. To transcribe the whole thing just for one little tidbit on yes, he had this family ring that could have held the dragon or something. I don't know, something like that.
If you're gonna pull the heist, gotta do the research. You gotta know. We
gotta know what he was looking for.
Gotta go. Yeah, you gotta know. So okay, the family ring existed. Well, who to get buried with?
That's just an option.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying, you got to go do the history. You got to go do the look. You got to go do the research, because you get in some place. Take it from me. You don't have time to crack open 30 locks. You want to get in. You want to crack the one lock you got to crack. You want to get the thing you want, and you want to get out before anybody comes around.
Exactly. So why are we stealing all of the locks?
We don't know, because we don't know what he's looking for.
Right.
We need the whole thing.
Right, but we have a way to we have a way to narrow that down.
Well, if we can narrow it down, absolutely. But what's our way? We're gonna have.
We could ask.
Silas has to make more.
Silas has to make more phone calls. Yeah.
So okay, that's possible. I'm just saying that like I said, I kind of think we're supposed to solve our own problems down here, because trust me, I remember there's been a few locks I couldn't pick, and I prayed and prayed, but the lock didn't pick itself.
Yeah, but when he prays and prays, magical things happen.
Well, I understand that part. I'm just saying, but we kind of got to. I think we got to solve our own problems down here. So,
had my mic muted, but totally laughed that prayed and prayed, but the lock never unlocked itself.
I feel like he could pray and pray, and the lock would unlock itself.
If that lock was on a crypt, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think I would rather. So the more I ask, especially about stuff that's not related to death or the transdimensional stuff between worlds.
Well, now
that's gonna.
We're solidly on this death train because they're connected to that necromancy thing, which is a big problem for. Isn't that a big problem?
Metagaming, yes.
Right? Isn't that a big problem for your anti-death? The rays of these incredibly powerful undead creatures? Isn't that a huge issue that the dragon rider that we're trying to stop is connected to? So wouldn't she be ecstatic to help us stop that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe getting more information, the quicker we can stop it, the better, instead of having to take many hours to go through a library.
Let me try once more today. It's going to take me 24 hours tomorrow to do the Halloween.
Yep.
And then I think we should go back after that. I think the more we sit around in this town, the more we're going to be sitting ducks.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That sounds good. I'm just saying we should utilize the resources we have available.
That's fine. I'm not going to tell you we shouldn't, and I agree that we should make use of all resources. And believe me, I've used some pretty wild resources on a couple things, but that's something else. But when the ship's in the middle of the ocean and you're sailing through the storm, you don't really get to call out for help a lot of times. You kind of got to save yourself.
Maybe.
Yeah, but aren't we kind of sitting at dock right now? And one of the best idea is to use the radios that we have to gain as much information before we actually go into the storm.
What's a radio?
That's when the magical people go winga winga winga, and you can talk to people from really far away.
Oh, it's that magic. It's that
Yes.
finger wiggly stuff you guys do all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. When I wiggle my fingers, things unlock.
Mm.
I
can do that too.
Mine
makes a big explosion noise when it happens. But
yeah, well, mine doesn't. Mine goes a very nice, soft little click.
All that happens whenever I wiggle my fingers is blades pop out. And I'm just gonna wiggle my fingers and little swords pop out of my fists.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's intriguing.
What if like just taking the whole town's records might be a little too grand? What if we just need to take the cemetery records? Like, what if there's like an entity that's buried or a person of interest that's buried in there that could be relevant to their dragon slaving or the clutch?
That what if is what we can use our friend for, to get a solid answer on that exact question. So we don't have to blindly shoot something. We can always get a definite direction.
If we want to still try to sneak in and get the history, or try to get the history, it'd be a lot easier to just try to find one book or steal one book.
Right, but we have to figure out which book we're looking for.
Isn't it on the spine?
Well, no. Like, what book are we looking for? Like, he might have. We know he was looking into history of the town. We don't know if we don't actually know whether or not that is actually connected to the crypt or not. That's just the most likely outcome, but it could not be. It could be two whole totally different things. He could have been looking in the history of the town to find a location that one of the founders was from, and now that's where he's going. And then, but he's also doing something else that has to do with this undead that he's been summoning spirits. I mean, that's a powerful force in and of itself. So that could have been something, that could have been one of his goals, but something completely different.
So I'm going to ask 3 questions. The first one is...
I don't think he's back yet, but yeah.
Okay, I'm talking in general. I'm talking to 2 of you guys. Was the lieutenant looking for information on the founders of the town?
Solid.
Is the lieutenant acting alone or on orders? Or is the lieutenant acting on orders?
Well, that's most likely.
Well,
I think that's a likely yes question.
Is the lieutenant not the boss? Is that what do we know that already?
You're calling him a lieutenant, so you've already identified that he's not the boss.
Yeah, there's somebody above him.
Then we know that already. Then.
Yeah, but you respect Laney. He wasn't acting, in regards that he was acting on his own for this project.
I'm not trying to shoot every question down, but I mean, I like that you're kind of going a good train. I like the first question; it was a very good train of thought. I'm thinking maybe we got to come up with 5 or 6 questions and maybe limit down to the top 3.
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize for shooting down the ones you're throwing up, but I think is the lieutenant acting on orders? He's a lieutenant, unless he's staging an uprising.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's kind of a maybe not the best question to ask.
That could also that would clarify that the Dragon Riders themselves aren't connected with the crypt, but that he is, which would mean that like that would be that would be what we could glean from that question. Now, whether or not that helps us achieve our goals is a different matter.
Okay. Do we know the town name that's in pink? Between Quinning and Redwater. Do we know that town name? Is the lieutenant north of Venzor?
I think even on a dragon riding, I don't think he could have got 3 weeks away in 2 days. Even by our walking methods.
Would it be a better question to ask if he is located between Redwater and Venzor?
Well, I don't think he could have got Venzor's 3 weeks by foot away.
Understand that part, but you're
Yeah.
saying north of. Everything north of Venzor is north
Well-
of Venzor. That's a lot of territory.
I don't think he could have gotten to Venzor yet. He's only been gone 2 days, even by flying on a dragon. Even if he's moving like, well, 3 weeks. Is it 10 times the speed? No, it wouldn't be 10 times the speed. It'd be. Oh, how fast would it be?
24 times?
Vigo looks at Melisande and goes, "Your ladyship? Isn't this your area of expertise?"
Yeah, could the ranger figure it out?
She's typed BRB in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we, Mr. GM? Do we think that she would understand the flight of dragons? Okay, so do you? Yeah. So we will see if she can figure that out.
I'll put that in the
Let's
native
just say
file then.
We throw the question up in the air, and maybe a voice will give us the answer.
Yeah.
I still want to. If we're just doing this for one question, was the lieutenant looking for information on the founders of the town?
Oh no, we can always
I
have
think
more
we-
questions.
Yeah, I
That was
think
good
we should.
questions.
I think we should just look at that book and see.
Well, what are we looking for? What are we looking for?
That's the problem. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I said, we kind of need the big. This is when you take the library of the whole bookshelf of the history of the town, because someone's going to have to go through it and
But-
figure out
But
why.
what are they looking for, right?
Right, but why this town? What is special about this town?
Right, but like, wouldn't someone probably miss something if it's not that big of a if it's not a giant red flag, it might get missed. Like if it's
I
not
understand.
if it's not the mystical orb of dragon controlling was last known by the owner of this town. Like unless it's something like that, we don't know what we're looking for, and we'll probably miss whatever is important.
This is true. You're right, and that's the problem. But if we had, okay.
So
I mean, we have too many questions and not enough information to narrow
Yeah.
the search. But so in the future, if we do get some more information, maybe then we come back and search the history of the town to see if we can cancel out a couple of possibilities and narrow down what we think we're looking for.
we could ask, besides creating undead and searching the town, did the dragon guy have any other business in this town?
All right.
That would answer a question. Along with, was he interested specifically in the founders? And then we could think of a third one. We could ask, is he? I still think we should go. Is he within maybe a week? Because that's about the area. That's the land that's around us. Is he within a week of this town?
Well, that's when I go back to Lady Melisande
Yes.
and ask her about the flying speed of dragons, and let her tell us from an expertise point of view. And Vigo looks at Melisande.
Do I know that?
Of course, you're the dragon expert. You live and breathe.
I've seen a dragon before. But I
Which-
know that?
History or what? Which one's history? Or does it say history?
It
Yes,
says
duh.
history.
The history.
Sorry.
We'll take the
Hey,
25.
perfect.
Okay.
Do we know how fast they go? Because that was what we're looking for. Do we have a dragons are fast? Right, but
okay,
do we, like,
roughly, we're
Right.
saying 2 days.
if you were to fly 2 days, how far would you get? Yeah, that's the question. They can go. How many weeks of walking is that?
Well, it's 3 weeks to Quaning.
So 3 weeks to Quantic, and then
Probably
they can go.
another 3 weeks to get to Redwater.
Really?
Okay, so I stick by my other question of is the lieutenant
Well-
between? Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I guess if they don't need to sleep, it would
That
triple.
if it just
there.
that, or
would
if it just
triple
travels
there.
faster to begin with.
Well, even getting that far, it would be like 300 base movement speed. I don't think they're quite that fast.
Magically enhanced.
Yeah, but that's a lot. That's like
Oh.
that's like saying I can I can enhance my bike and it turns it into I can give my bike like some nice wheels and then it moves as fast as a motorcycle. Kind of
Yeah.
boom question.
In a 25-mile-an-hour zone going downhill, yes, I can outrun a
Yeah,
motorcycle
but like
on my
doing
on my
that as a cross country. Like
Yeah.
I
understand what you're saying, but we're going to give this dragon credit for being able to go several.
But if he didn't have to sleep, he could triple. It would triple the
right.
It would triple that, and that would get it in a ballpark.
So we're figuring that he's made it somewhere into the woods around this area by now, is what we're thinking.
Yeah.
Correct in this one, Mr. GM type? Okay. Here. So pinging right here. So pinging right there. So we figure he's there now, but if we draw this straight line, then he's somewhere in this area, or destination is somewhere in an arc around here.
Didn't you say that there's a city somewhere like? Oops.
There's a yellow dot, so there's a yellow dot
Here?
here. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, is this the one that you were
Yeah.
saying was close to Quaning? Okay. Okay. In here.
Well, it's
That
not
might be-
already hidden if we know where it is.
So, well, all right. Well, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Then maybe that's his
Okay.
destination. That would make sense. And what is this big purple dot way up here at the top? No, far. Okay.
He was
Well,
originally
that was
saying it
convenient
was
for you.
more
That
like
was a sea cave. Like there was,
this.
I was like, man,
He
that's
was
awesome.
saying the Northwest was more like this, not this.
Okay,
Yeah,
but maybe
that was it.
Yeah.
Well, that would mean he's trying to bisect the cities, right?
Yeah.
which would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, try not to fly over either
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
And head more towards.
I'm seeing this cave up here.
Is it a cave?
Again, that's why it was unknown.
That cave's the size of a lake.
Well, I'm just saying, but that's pretty much bisecting the cities.
That's pretty far away, though.
You could also angle a little bit more, and it'd be right in the mountain. Just move it over a bit, like right there.
Yeah,
That's also right in the mountain.
He was saying it was more of that direction of Northwest,
also in the
not.
Okay, so
like-
somewhere between this mountain
Yeah.
and that cave.
Yeah.
So
Which
that's
is-
what we.
Which
so
is
that's the direction.
weeks of travel.
Yeah, but he could stop
Not
anywhere in
yeah.
between.
True.
Yeah,
Well,
okay, so
but we know he's not necessarily going back there.
the
He's just
dragons tend to go the direction
Go-
they want to go unless there's a major problem for them. So maybe he wouldn't want to fly over the Elven City. Maybe he
Right.
would not want to fly directly over Redwater, so he'd split the difference. Makes
Right.
sense.
He might not be going that far.
Right. So maybe Delphalis would be our next stop, and we could say, "Have you guys seen anything?" Because I'm presuming elves have, watchers around their forest. Maybe one of them reported a dragon
Well-
flying over, and that would tell us at least he passed away.
Well,
and we'd
if
get another point.
if he bisects that, that's days of travel in between. Because that's about 3 weeks of travel between the white dot and the red dot. If we're to say the same as between the yellow dot and the pink dot, that's like
I-
3
I
weeks
agree.
of travel. So that's like hundreds of miles.
True. But I'm just saying, possibly.
Yeah,
think about.
if he's going that angled, but it seems very,
Okay.
very unlikely, especially if he doesn't want to be seen.
All right. Okay. So do we? So we think
Silas
he's
asked
just headed back to the
questions
mountains?
while I was gone.
Well, we don't know that because we that was one of the questions we asked, and it said unsure. So I think he's doing. I think he's doing something else because otherwise we would have gotten a yes if his destination was go back to his camp that we think is in the mountains. We would have gotten the
Here.
yes.
Okay. So we
So-
think he's stopping somewhere in between here and Quanning.
Yeah, probably.
Which makes sense. Okay. I'm along with this one. So that's a lot of distance to cover.
Yes.
And
And
so
I
like
don't think at this point that's our.
No, I don't think we care.
I think that's above our pay grade at this point. We're told to report out if he was here and what he was doing. I think we've even covered what we needed to do. I think we're just trying to get bonus points at this point. I honestly
so-
believe that if we just take the library and somehow compensate for them, we can throw some scribes at the problem, and they can be done in like 2 days. I think that's useful work, to be honest. Sure, we just have people. I'm sure the guild has people just lying about who their job is just to read and do research, like Vance.
Mhm.
I mean, he's potent enough to probably do something else.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
just-
all right, but all right. So to summarize, and please stop me if I'm wrong or change it. We're gonna rest here for the night on Monday night, because we're calling today Monday. Tuesday morning, Silas will get up and will commence the ritual to hallow the crypt, and then Wednesday morning we will go back to Luxor, and report in with our findings and our suppositions and what information we may have. Did I get that correct?
Agreed.
Yeah. Why don't we
Mhm.
give it up? Why don't we leave it up to the guild whether or not they want to dive through the?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know that we need to take the history books
Right.
back with us now.
Right.
But if
Why don't we leave it up
report
to
in-
the guild to figure out if they want to do that or not?
Yeah, they can always come back and we know where the books are.
And then they can always ask us if they want us to try to figure out if it goes any deeper than that. We can wait to see if we can get paid for it.
I like this idea. I think that's a good plan.
Okay.
I'm
I guess
trying to steal an entire library for no reason.
I guess the question will be like, do we want to tell them sooner than giving the guy a few days to go wherever he's going to go?
What can you get in contact with them somehow?
I can
tonight.
I can get back there.
Why don't you get back there and report on that while we work on concentrating
Okay,
and Halloween?
I can do that. All right, I'm gonna take a spoon from the inn we're at. Okay, and then I will go because we did the long rest. I'll teleport back to the base. Woo! Zoop.
I'll go with it.
Vigo would like to stay in the town and be available to assist Silas or poke around a little bit.
I think
I'll
Clarence is going to stay in town.
I'll go with Mood, just so he has at least some backup if something kicks off.
I'm good for the night, to be honest. Unless you want to talk to the mayor first.
I don't know what we're going to get out of the mayor, because I suspect that he's mixed up in whatever's been going on. I did not get a vibe off him that speaking with the Dragon Rider, I don't get a vibe that he was overly nervous about that. He didn't seem to be upset. We saw him, and maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I don't recall that. So it was almost like he was okay with seeing this guy, which means he can league with him. And the guild kind of says if you think the guy's in league with the guy you're hunting, you don't tip your hand to him. So I don't think we go back to the mayor and ask him for the town histories. I think that might reveal that we know that they're important.
Understood.
I mean, does that make sense to anybody else?
That makes sense.
We did already ask him about the town histories.
Did, but and we took his answer and we left it alone. So maybe that'll make him think that he put us off, and that'll be it. And if Mood reports in, and they say, "Oh yeah, we want to see all those books," then we can send someone else to come and collect all the books.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll tell us they want us to collect the books before we go. But I think meeting with the mayor again is not going to get us anything extra. There was a question of the payment for Silas's ritual, which benefits the town, because the mayor said it would. So now, if the town's footing the bill for the material components, I believe it's all the incense, that's one thing. But there's still time and effort and your energies and devotion and the connection you have with your deity. I mean, all this must be compensated for and various and sundry. So I'm sure there's. What would you think would be an adequate donation to the church for your time and efforts there, good cleric?
Well, at this point, honestly, I know this is going to sound low, but considering how much we've already taken care of the problem, as well as I know that we're going to probably get some compensation back at the guild, I only think I need 200 gold, to be honest. I don't want to try to scam these people and have this town be poverty-stricken.
Never think that. Listen again. No fee is too big. No job is too big. You're not thinking big enough. We need to think about what does the church need, and we need to scale the fee accordingly with a healthy cut for us. I mean you, of course. So what does the church? What does the Church of Dave need? You know.
Well, I'm not a part of the Church of Dave, to be honest. That's number one. Don't get that wrong again.
On that.
I mean, that's completely different than what I do. I look like I've seen the sun in about like 30 years, even though I'm only 27.
Well, I think that Vago is actually kind of on the right path, because if you're going to offer them such a deal, then it could actually make getting funds to do this again harder for someone else if something else was to happen to a nearby town. If you undercut the market, then perhaps someone who doesn't have the same benefits as us won't be able to help other people because their price would be too steep.
I'm not there.
Oh, I'm not there. God damn it. Son of a bitch. That was a decent argument too.
It was a great argument. So
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So now, so the donation is not necessarily going to the Church of Dave, which you're not a part of, because I never get that wrong. But would go to the Gray Lady, the Raven Queen. Is that correct?
Yes, and so let's see how much, like, because we've already taken what 30 or 3,000 from them.
We didn't
So
take
far?
anything. We didn't take anything. We earned it.
And then they're probably going to have to go up to people to ask for incense and ritual items from the townsfolk themselves. I bet that's why it's taking them so long to get this information, get this stuff. It's not just coming.
This is why the town's got a treasury. If the mayor's keeping the books straight, this is why they collect their taxes. It's to pay for such contingencies such as this. You can understand how politics works here. He's put the money away in time in case of a rainy day. Well, today, son, is a rainy day, and he's got to cough up the cash to make sure this happens. Because what if we leave and you don't hallow and sanctify this ground? What happens? The undead come back. His population drops. The taxes increase. He drives people into poverty. They're stricken across the land. They become, unable to live and support themselves. And then they hike across. They go to Vinzor. Now they're burdened on that town because they don't have any jobs to think. We're starting a whole catastrophe here. Eventually, Redwater is going to fall apart. They're going to invade El Salas. And then it's going to be humans and Biggs versus Elven Biggs, and it's just going to be this giant war, and everybody's going to come looking to the proper size people to tell them how to fix this. But by then time, the gates of Luxor will be crashing down because this starving army that has walked its way from Quaning and Vinzor, and now the undead are coming back up because you didn't do the sanctification. You are saving thousands of people from horrors of life. Dated for it right, and we need to make sure the Raven Queen's Temple is recognized as the ones providing the service appropriately. So
Right.
again,
Right. So you don't need to get paid. You just got to put the name on it.
right. Thank you very much. So thank you. I ask again, what does the Raven Queen's Temple need?
So what we need, and I will be a little bit selfish,
Okay.
is a scrying ball or scrying material. So since I have the 500 that I have, some change rounded up, if I can get another 500, as well as some contributions from my adventuring party as a tithe, we could get a crystal ball. So
what's the total amount you're looking for?
I'm looking for 1,000 total. Right now I have 4 some odd because I paid you back the other day for your services. As well as
that was just a potion, not a problem.
So I'm looking. So I need a total of 500 more. Would be ideal.
For you. So what we're really looking for is you need 1,000 for the temple, and an additional 500 for your personal services, because this is a 24-hour ritual. Now, if we start to figure out per hour, and of course we're members of a guild, which is like a union, so we have to have union dues paid, so that you got to pay the union, and then you got to get paid, and this is actual union labor going into this, or guild labor going into this, and you are a dedicated and skilled guild craftsman of your own arts in the clerical field. So we need to take that into consideration. So let's see now. Of course, no guildman can work without a guild supervisor being present, and the Lady Melisande will have to take care of that role, because we know she's awesome and all amazing things like this. So we'll designate her as the supervisor. And then, of course, you would need to have all paperwork taken care of. I'll handle the transactions, not a problem. I'll make sure all the coins are counted and everything's squared away. One for you, one for me, two for you, one, two for me, three for you, one, two, three for me. I got it all handled, not a problem. So what we're looking for really is a thousand gold donation here, because donations to a charity or a church are not taxable, and the mayor will understand this. So we need 1,000 gold donation to the Temple of the Raven Queen, payable upon completion of this event, and an additional 500 to pay for the guild services and guild labor that's about to take place in this 24-hour event. And if you really think about it, 500 gold for 24 hours of labor. I mean, you're making less than 20 gold an hour. This is we're not even paying. I won't even take a pay. I'll reduce their fees. So really, this could be a 2,500 gold thing. But I'm willing to take a small pay cut, and we'll only make it 2,000 gold from the town, in addition to the expenses for the incense, which they're providing for you to conduct this. So there we go. So the total fee was 1,000 gold to them, and 1,000 gold, or 500 gold to you, and then 500 more split. And then that way, 2,000 out of the city, and they get their ground hallowed and consecrated and blessed off in the name of the Raven Queen, by you, her very town servant, and that will settle all debts, and everything will be good. And then the countryside will be safe for the people to return and make this a very prosperous land.
I mean,
Follow
your
that?
math checks out.
So
Your math checks out, and you're talking a little bit above my head, but I'll allow it this time.
Don't worry
Let's
about
go.
that. Don't worry about that. It's a numbers thing. I'm
So-
good with numbers.
So to
And
player wise, it's normally about 100 gold per spell level ish. If you wanted to buy spellcasting services,
okay,
so that's the average to
Gotcha.
players. So you
So
can,
this is a 5th level spell, so that's
Yes,
500
500
gold right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's
but
about
that does not include the material components for casting the spell. So I'm just saying that's the
This
number
is-
you could spin with.
This is guild labor with certified, validated, dues paid up guild craftsman, highly skilled guild craftsman. With a guild supervisor to observe and make sure that everything is done correctly. I didn't even charge them for the fact that you're working overtime. Plus, you're working through coffee breaks. I mean, this is important stuff. That could really rack up the cost. They're getting a deal at 2,000.
Did this man just say coffee breaks? Jesus Christ, coffee breaks.
go
What
talk
the
to them.
fuck?
I'll as soon as you tell me to start going, I'll start going tomorrow. We'll go from there. I think you've made a lot of sense.
I believe that that's settled out. So now it's just a matter of making sure that the mayor's on board with it. So crack open the coffers. So Clarence, did Clarence with us, or did Clarence go back? Clarence stayed.
I'm with you.
Okay. So there was more than enough room in that chest for 2,000 gold, right? With 450, yeah. So okay, good. So with the chest empty, we'll take it back to the mayor and tell him he's got to fill with 2,000 gold to cover expenses for the consecration tomorrow. Sure. Of course, we have to negotiate this in advance to make sure everything's signed up and all contracts are notarized and identified. Oh well, I was Silas because he's the one casting the spell and doing the ceremony and the ritual. So obviously, would not want to speak for him.
I'll let you do the talking for me, and I'll sit there and nod in agreement, and I will pat you on the shoulder when needed.
Thank you very much. Oh, you wish. Okay, so this is persuasion. So rolling twice. Okay, so rolling twice, and then you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Beautiful. Welcome to my world.
No fast talk in this ability. Thought I had it. My performance didn't even be better. Okay, never mind. $1,500. You know what? I'm feeling generous today. We've done good business with you before. $1,250. With that, no, that's off the table. We've already covered that cost before. We did not. No, we got $450. He got paid off the top. $450 was for clearing out the thing. The reason it wasn't 500, the 50 was
No, it was.
It was
You got it.
500 to clear out the crypt a piece, but to not talk to the spear bud, not talk to the spear guy, we took $50 or 50 gold off of each person, so he pocketed the extra 50. $1,250. Split it in half. I'm being reasonable here. Persuasion check, no guidance, one time.
The same.
Yeah, stuck here. 1,000. It's acceptable. Oh, and he will have the incense and other material components needed for tomorrow. Been a pleasure doing business with him. Okay, so come back. Well, we got the donation for the chest, but we left it open for future negotiations for additional work.
Hey, you're muted on stream.
Who is?
I could actually only hear Vigo that whole time I ran away for a minute. But I couldn't hear you, so I don't know what that's about. It probably
So
obvious thing.
for all the folks at home, I'm catching up. The DM agreed Vigo won, and she get paid the 2,000.
That's so-
He just mixed up the math.
I hate how freaking OBS changes my microphone all the time. It's so annoying.
Well, I'm glad I decided to listen to the stream while I ran away for a minute.
Yeah, so there will be no voice for me the entire time for the last 2 hours.
Okay.
no.
I guess maybe when I have the stream up, I should check and make sure we can hear you, and then I can let you know sooner.
You know what? It's just going to be a guessing game for the viewers.
Oh wow.
I mean, if it picks up our audio, it should pick up yours too. What you think?
Well, your audio goes through the desktop audio, which is separate from the mic.
Oh, that's.
So, but hey, they can hear me now.
They can hear you now.
Good.
It's okay. They
Thank you for
haven't
that update,
they haven't missed much.
Okay, so
It's all
it
good.
sounded like
There's
successfully.
discussions going on. To be
Well,
honest,
only 2 hours. Actually, I've done the
Talking
least amount of
good.
talking tonight, I feel, which is fine. I don't mind.
All right, so we got 1,000 gold and
Mhm.
or 10 platinum. So we'll return to Silas and or turn him and go. Here's your 1,000 platinum to the
No.
Raven Queen
10
Temple.
platinum.
10 platinum. Sorry, 10 platinum to the Raven Queen Temple. Gotta try. Gotta
So
try. Wait a minute. Wait.
I'll take 5 of that. I'll give you and Melisson each 1, and I'll hold the 3 for the church.
Wait. A platinum is not 100 gold.
It is in this.
Yes. I do
Yeah,
100 copper to 1 silver, 100 silver to 1 gold, 100 gold to 1 platinum.
Hey, thank you.
Electrum doesn't exist.
What's Electrum?
Yeah, there you
Got it.
go.
It's what Clarence is made out of. Okay, so it is 100.
I'm
Okay,
straight titanium, my boy.
so Vigo will accept the
Thank you very much.
coin from, or I guess the tablet. Was it a tablet? Is it a coin? I mean, how big an item is this piece of platinum?
It's just a coin.
It's a coin. So I'll accept the coin, and I'll look back at Silas, and I'll return it to him and go, "Here, I donate to you and the temple."
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And
make it
please don't
easier
tell me
for-
I never donated to the temple.
I will drop the case now. Thank you very much. Here's your money now. Shut the fuck up.
Should I do the same?
Entirely up to you. I'm just tired of him getting preachy at me every time I try to negotiate for money. He reminds me I'm not supposed to pay taxes, but I should tithe to the temple. Tithe. Leave me alone.
So if you go to the eye icon and you type in coin and you see the rules equipment coinage, you can see what a platinum would look like. I can't share it, unfortunately, but
Wait.
yeah. So if you go to the compendium and type in coin in the search bar, and the rules equipment coinage, it'll show you the different coins for the copper, the gold, the silver, and the platinum. Shows you Electrum too, but nobody cares.
I thought you said it was. It's broken down by tens. I thought you said it was broken
Yes,
down by hundreds.
raw is tens. I do 100s.
Okay. I've
Which
been
is fine.
overpaying
Okay.
like a mofo.
Cat who did not look it up, it is a diamond-shaped coin, like a baseball diamond, and on the face are actually 3 triangular diamonds stacked on top of each other, and on the obverse is a 3-tiered castle over a
Mhm.
small town. So it's a very nice-looking coin for a platinum piece.
It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've been paid and contract signed, and Vigo would like to make sure that he has a proper-sized coffee mug for tomorrow to walk around with while the ceremony is being conducted, so that people will know that he is on the job as a loyal guildsman and supervising.
Okay.
Okay.
Does
Anything
anyone
anybody
else?
wants to do?
Yep. Anyone else do anything in Quanning before nightfall? Okay.
No.
Flux for people. You appear in the teleportation room near Vance's office. What do you guys want to do?
Into the office we go.
As you walk into the office, you see Vance's. Looks like he's copying over some scrolls or some things like that.
Yo.
Oh, hi. Yes. Welcome back. What's going on? Did you guys? Where's everybody else? Is everybody okay?
Yeah, they're just finishing some business in the town some side business that they did, but we've finished our mission and can give you a debrief.
Oh no, we must report. Right. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
All right. So you are taken to Raedra, as as her and what the hell's his name? Miramon are both in there waiting, and they say, and Raedra goes, "You've returned, Mood and Saturn. What news do you have?"
I will explain everything we've learned. Not hiding. She was attractive, right?
Yes.
Okay, not hiding my advances. Uh, and I will say everything that we've learned so far, and then basically ask. So I will give the debrief.
Okay. She says, "This is interesting news indeed. What would he care about the founders of Quanning?"
Well, again, we don't know if it was the founders of Quantum he was looking for. He was just looking into the history of the town, and he's also diddling with undead.
Yes.
We don't know.
Undead is never anything good. And you see Miramon get like intense look of disgust on his face when you mention the undead. But she says, "We will have to do some research into this. Until then, you have some free time available to you and your party members. Let me know if you need anything, and I will do what I can. Payment, yes. What was promised you again?"
I tell her what was promised to us.
I really don't remember. So.
I don't remember either.
Does anyone remember? Because I forgot to write it down. I'm an idiot.
I think it was gold. I feel like it was 500 gold apiece. It was something nice, but it wasn't like overly exaggerated.
Oh.
I feel like it was 500 gold apiece.
We'll go with that for now. I'll look it up later.
Okay.
So
I feel like Vigo would say it was more like
10,000 gold each. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might have been 1,000, but it was either like 500 or 1,000 gold apiece.
Right. Yeah. I'll look into it, and whatever that amount is what she grants you, and she'll hand it all to you, Mood, so that way you can distribute it among your party members.
Huzzah.
That's just, if there's nothing else, please go enjoy yourselves. You've deserved a little bit of respite.
Alrighty.
And what's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yes.
15.
What about yours, Saturn?
Oh, not even close
Okay.
to that, I think.
As you're walking away, you do hear Miramon whisper to her, "Undead is not good. You know he's involved." And that's what you hear as you're walking away.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do in the city of Luxfer?
Nah, I'm just gonna follow in mood, so because it's dangerous to go alone.
Take this.
Yeah, we should probably go. We should probably get a.
Is anybody there?
We should probably get Vance to teleport us back there, because I think the rest of our party's kind of stuck there without me.
Who was it that they talked to?
Raedra.
And then who's the one that said the thing about...
So Raedra is a leader. Her chief
Okay.
advisor is Miramon.
Yeah, I thought I wrote this down, but it's not in my notes, so I don't know where it ended up going. Alright, thank you.
That's a very Archie thing to say.
I didn't have the
Welcome.
notepad the first game, and I thought I went back and wrote all the names down, but they're not here, and so maybe it was on a different piece of paper. I don't know.
He doesn't take
Maybe
notes.
the baby ripped out the first paper. That's it. I'm gonna go with that one.
There you go. Blame the baby.
The baby's fault.
Unless you have something to do in town, I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, then let's have. Oh my goodness.
Vance.
Let's have Vance get us back there then. And this time, by holding up the spoon, we're not going to get shot somewhere.
Does that make it 100%?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like, oh, perfect. Let's do this then. And you guys will disappear and reappear in Quanning.
All right. I'll send Vance back.
Vance stepped his game up.
Thank you, my friend, as he walks through the portal.
Mm-hmm.
They don't pay him enough. Whatever grief we put him through last time, he definitely went back to school.
The spells get significantly easier when you have a set destination point.
Didn't we have that last time?
No. He had to go to hear it based off memory.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
And you guys rolled like shit.
Yeah, and he got unlucky.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize this place had a circle.
It doesn't. We had a spoon.
Yeah.
If you have an
Oh.
object from the location you're trying to get to, you can automatically get to that
Okay.
location.
Well, that's why you grabbed the spoon.
That's why I grabbed a spoon.
Yep. Associated object
Spoon's
is
an anchor.
always on target.
Yeah.
So the problem was he had seen casually, I think it was.
Yeah.
But you guys could not roll above a frickin' 30 something.
Yep.
But anyways, anyone else doing anything before nightfall?
I guess we'll go sit around with our cleric as he's casting the spell.
Yep.
Because, I don't know. Yeah. He's kind of helpless when he's doing that.
All right, sounds good.
I'll start it, as soon as possible then.
Yeah, the stuff arrives and then you will get started. It's probably about 2 in the afternoon or so when you get started.
All right.
All right. So as night falls, Vigo, what do you want to do?
Well, I still have a hunch that the stable master tied up in all this. Also, according to my notes from several episodes ago when we first arrived here, for those watching on YouTube, go back and watch some previous episodes. The stable master said that something about he was thinking of moving up to Redwater.
He did.
And it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me at the time, but thinking about it now, this guy wants to leave here and move to Redwater. If he's connected to whatever was going on in the crypt, which is connected to the Dragon Rider, then is it possible he's trying to create or set up another location in Redwater similar to what's going on here? That's my thought. So I would like to leave the inn, or actually sneak out of the inn after dinner, and I want to go head around town circuitously and try to observe and see what's happening at the stables and see if if I can catch the guy doing something. And I believe the Lady Melisande had said she wanted to go with me.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to need some stealth checks from both of you. Is the Drake coming as well?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So just the 2 stealth checks. One from Melisande and one from Vigo.
It's a very good idea not to bring Archie along. Or shit.
I gotcha.
Oh, man.
It's a good idea not to bring Clarence along on a stealth
Like-
mission.
Say that watching the memes usually will tell what's going on, but like we
Not
talk about
tonight.
Archie,
Not
but
tonight.
talking about him in the memes more than in the game.
What happens when you dare me to go Archie all night long? I
And I've
forgot.
been enjoying them.
So have I. You
I
did
s-
have
I s-
like 2 that were non-Archie though, so you know.
Yeah.
especially that platinum one. I
Yeah.
really like that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. All right, so you guys are making your way to the stables first? You're just gonna
Well,
kind of observe,
get it-
or
Man, right?
Yeah, I think we'll stop a little short and maybe hunker down or someplace if Melisande says, "Hey, we can observe from here and not be seen," kind of a thing. Just want to kind of see what's going on and if there's any movements or lights or something, and then may choose to get a little closer and maybe peek around inside after we see something.
okay. You arrive just about the time as they are starting to shut down for the night, not expecting too much more for the evening. You see him kind of kick the stable boy and be like, "Go home," and so the stable boy goes into the barn.
Okay. Is the stable owner has a separate house?
Yes.
Okay.
It's still really close to stables. There's like a small little office area attached to the stables. And then there is a separate home. So, but the stable boy goes to the barn while he goes to his house.
Okay. because he's a separate house, I don't know that he'd hide anything in the stable itself. I think he'd keep it closer to the vest, so to speak. I want to more focus on what's happening at the house than at the stables.
Okay.
So perception check, or what are you doing?
Yeah. So you go ahead and make a perception check as you're heading towards the house. Okay. Yeah. So he goes in the house, and you like creep around the ground level and like peek in the windows. You do see that there's a woman who looks like she's getting ready to serve dinner. There's two kids at a table in what looks like a dining room, waiting for food. As he walks in, make an insight check for me.
Insight check. Not my greatest skill.
Yeah.
Not my greatest skill.
Yeah. So everything looks normal as he goes at the head of the table and waits for the food.
Okay. All right, so I'm looking through the window. Here's a question. Do the insides of the rooms that I can see, do they seem to match with the outside of the house? Or would I look at a room and go, that's odd, it looks like the wall's shorter than it should be? Like he's got a false wall built someplace?
Make an investigation check with disadvantage.
I need you to do that. Hold on.
Sorry.
All right.
Does Dungeon Delver come into this because I'm alert to hidden traps and secret doors? Have advantage on wisdom, perception, or intelligence investigation checks to detect the presence of a secret door.
I'll say straight roll then.
That's
I'll give it
investigation?
to you. Why not? Because you're trying to look for secret entrances.
I'm looking for something here. Okay, so investigation check.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to see. You don't have dark vision. It's getting dark outside. The inside's not overly well lit. But based on what you're seeing at the moment, not really. No.
Do I need to do it too?
No, that's him checking out for right now.
Okay.
Are there carpets on the floors, or is there like one rug that seems to be thrown over a certain location that a little out of place, kind of thing?
Based on what you can see on this level of the house, nothing looks out of place. There is a
On
second
the level
floor,
in the
though.
house, there is a second
Yes,
floor.
there are two floors.
Well, let's see here. Second story work.
And there is a section of the lower level that there's no windows for.
Okay.
That you're judging as there's probably a room there, but nothing that you can see into from the outside.
Okay. Is there any smell from the room or from this area? I mean, would like if he had a storeroom, it would smell spices or cured meat or something like that?
Not that you can smell from the outside.
Okay. You said there is a second floor?
Yep.
Okay. So I would like to try to climb up to the second floor. Is there a either
That
get a
would be an
boost from Melisande?
athletics check, I believe.
And I am going to move at half my speed. So I'm taking it slow, so I get advantage on stealth checks while moving at half my speed due to 9th level supreme sneak ability.
You have second story work, right?
I have second story work.
Yeah, he's basically just has a climb speed.
Oh, nice.
Right. So I have a climb speed, so it doesn't cost me anything to climb normal. Also, I want to move slowly enough that I can.
So you're still staying pretty well hidden. You feel. You don't have to make the athletics check because you have climb speed apparently.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So are you making your way to like a window on the second level?
Okay. So yeah, if there's a window up on the second level, I'll peek inside, see what's going on.
Yeah. So this first room looks like a bedroom. Maybe the kids' there's toys all strewn up about. making your way to another one.
Say what?
Oh, did you not hear me? This first window looks like a children's bedroom.
Yep. First room, kid's bedroom.
Yep.
Second window, moving toward.
Yep. Looks like it might be the master bedroom. Very beautiful bed and bedding. Kind of out of place for this town.
Well, the guy not paying his taxes, he's got money to spend on some things. Any closets or chests in the room?
Yes, there are 2 large armoires, and there is a like a small dresser as well. There are 2 nightstands on each end of the bed as well.
Just one of them appear to be, more like the wife's got, maybe combs or brushes or something there, or somebody indicate who sleeps on what side.
Yeah, you'd be able to tell who sleeps on what side. Not a problem.
Okay. So, all right. Can I open the window?
It appears to be locked.
All right. Can I pick the lock from where I am?
You can certainly try.
I would like to
Make
try.
a thieves tool check with your dexterity.
Thieves tool check with dexterity. Thieves tool. Okay. And I believe I just rolled a dexterity thing. It says I have proficiency, so I get a plus 12. I think I just roll this.
Yeah, you should just be able to. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, easy enough. You are able to definitely open up that window.
Stealth inside slowly and would like to approach.
Yep. Go ahead and
Metagaming.
make a new stealth check real quick.
Metagaming. See how stealth goes here.
Okay.
I disappear from time and space.
Pretty much.
Metagaming. When I talked to him, he seemed very confident about himself. Is that correct?
Yes.
Eating dinner, he seems to be in charge.
Seems that way.
Okay, so it's not like he's taking orders from the wife.
No.
Okay, so because you're metagaming, you're sneaky enough. You'd have made her the bad guy. So
I would never. I would never.
all right, I have to check hers. All right, I'll check his end table or his side table first, his nightstand first, and then see if I can figure out which armoire would be his versus hers.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Creating the nightstand.
Looking in there, it's pretty bland. They're just usual nighttime things. There's actually a small book in there as well on his end. And there is a cigar case.
What's the book?
The book doesn't have a title on it. Opening it up.
Oh,
go ahead.
See, can I crack a few pages and see?
Yeah, opening up and looking inside, it just is not really it's the best way to describe it is it's a managing your income and whatnot for dummies.
Okay. Any pages marked?
There's a couple pages marked, and it's mainly on what to do with your savings as far as like trying to not buy over opulent things. And you can see that looking around the room, he's not following that very well. So, or he hasn't in the past. He's trying to be better about it.
Okay. Look under the bed for a secret door or a chest or anything that might be, under the bed.
Yeah. Perception or investigation.
Do I get to count Dungeon Delver and take advantage on that?
Sure. I'll why not?
Okay. So, investigation or perception. We'll do perception. With advantage.
Mhm.
I'll take the 18.
Okay. Yeah. Looking under the bed, you don't see anything as far as like hidden goes, but as you're feeling around, you do notice that there is like a small string that's kind of hanging down, and as you look further, there is a bag of some sort.
Okay. What's the string attached to on the other end?
A bag. It's like
Okay,
it's like the draw.
the bags on
You know
one
the Crown
end.
Royal bags that hold the liquor.
Yes.
It's like that.
Okay, so what's the other end of the string attached to, if not to the bag?
Oh no, like like the bag is like kind of stuffed up under under the like the wooden planks of the bed,
Okay.
and so like the string's just hanging down, and that's what allowed you to notice it.
Oh, okay. I see. All right. Okay.
Makes sense.
Pocket that. Come back to it
Yep.
later. So I'll mark down Crown Royal bag.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um,
There's a bunch of dice in
that's
it.
fine. All right, that's fine. And everybody does. Okay. Arm. Let's check. There wasn't anything hidden on the bottom of his nightstand.
Nope.
Let's check the armoires real quick. Is there a chest, or you said there was a dressing table?
Yeah, there's like a little vanity, or
That's
it's a dresser
for
like
wife
with the
stuff.
mirror on it, you know.
Yeah.
So definitely
Uh,
seems to hold the wife's clothing and things like that in there.
Let's check the armoires real quick.
Yep. Both of them, when you open up, has like fine dressing for her, and then the other one has fine dressing for him.
Pockets of his stuff.
Going through, there's really nothing in the pockets. You do find some loose coins. Roll 2d10 for me. You find 11 gold pieces in total through all the pockets.
What am I? What? Anything in the ceiling? That's yeah. Any. It looks like. Does anything looks like it gets moved or slid out of the way
Perception or investigation?
on the floor? What I'm looking for. I'm trying to get through this and not take. I don't want to turn this into the Vigo session, but okay. Perception.
Everyone's going to have their moments. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate that. I'm just trying not to monopolize. So 18 perception for scratch marks.
Yeah, looking around, you don't see anything out of the ordinary in this room.
Where am I in relationship to the room on the bottom floor that I could not look into?
You're not above it. You're more above like the kitchen at this point, you think.
What would be above that room?
You don't know yet. You haven't been there.
The kids' room be above it?
The kids' room is like maybe a room away from it.
Okay. All right. Let's put everything back the way it was, keeping the Crown Royal bag.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I didn't, move anything out of place. Pressing my luck here. I'll leave through the window, and I want to try to relock the window from the outside.
Okay. Make a thieves tool check for me. Yeah, easy enough to lock the window back up.
Back down and then go back and rejoin Melisande. Do you want stealth check?
Go for it.
Okay. Well, with advantage because of my speed. And it's also getting kind of dark. I'll take the 31. Okay. Get back to Melisande. So hide back with her. Now I have a chance to look in the Crown Royal bag.
You open the bag and look in, and it's empty.
Did it feel empty? When I picked it up, did it feel empty?
The bag feels like it's about 15 pounds or so.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on. No, I don't want to make noise. I think it's like a small bag of holding. And if I dump it out, everything will hit the ground, but it'll make a big noise if I do that. So I don't want to do that right here. So I'll wait.
Okay.
So I'll tie that back in the closed, and wait. Would like to wait until the family goes to bed, because I want to see if I can figure out what's in that closed off room that I couldn't see into. And I'll whisper to Melisande everything I observed.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything?
Not be noisy. I'm gonna sit quietly at the bar and just try not to clink around. I'm not even sneaking around things. I just know people be sneaking, so I'm just gonna try to not to be noticeable.
I'm sitting with the cleric.
Are you guys drinking?
Not to get like destroyed,
Mhm.
but to keep up appearances.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't Silas doing the ritual for 24 hours?
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I'm sitting with the cleric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody needs to watch my back just in case.
Right. Just checking. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And people are keeping eyes on the metal man too, so he's not clanking around. Yeah, so we'll just kind of settle down and wait till the family seems to go to bed, and I want to see if he leaves the house. Want to follow him, but see if I can get a look at what's in that closed off room.
Yeah. Okay. A couple hours goes by when everyone goes to bed. The house is silent. Wait another half an hour just to be on the safe side. Then sneak back in. Or go to the front door, or window. What are you doing?
Closest window to that room
Okay.
on the ground floor.
All right. It's like a little living area. Go ahead and make a thieves tool check for me, please. Yeah, this is nothing. This is nothing for you. As you go inside, stealth check for me. Mel, are you going inside as well? Melisande?
Oh, did they have a dog or anything?
Not that you saw.
Okay. just
Closest thing they had to a dog was probably the stable boy.
I think I'm gonna hang out.
That's how I
and
treated
keep an
him.
eye out outside.
Okay, perfect. So Vigo, stealth check as you enter inside.
Stealth, yeah.
All right, yeah.
You want to roll a second one?
You don't need to roll a second one. As you sneak
This
around,
is my one thing I'm good at.
yeah. As you sneak around on this level, you do find a door leading to what you can guess is that room that you had no windows.
Listen at the door.
Okay, perception check.
Oh,
You don't hear anything on the other side.
yay. Check for traps.
Okay, investigation check.
Ooh.
Does your dungeon delver give you advantage?
Yes, it does. Hold on, let me check.
This is essentially a Vigo
No.
dungeon.
Yeah, this is investigation made to detect the presence of secret doors.
Okay, not traps though.
You can search for traps while traveling at normal pace instead of a slow pace.
Oh, okay.
But I have advantage on saving throws to avoid or resist traps, and I have resistance to damage dealt by traps.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, no, you seems like a pretty
Nope.
safe door.
Okay. Does it appear to be locked?
You tried the door handle. Yes, it's locked.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Who locks a door in the middle of their house? There's got to be something in here. All right, we'll do the thieves' tool thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some deity of thieves out there somewhere. So whoever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, easy enough
You want for
to
thieves' tools.
unlock the door, open it up, and it's a decent sized room. There's a desk in there with a chair. Behind on the back wall where there would normally be a window, is a painting. There is a glass cabinet in this room as well that has different things on display. And a large circular rug underneath the desk and the chair that covers almost this entire room.
We'll start with the desk first. You said there's a ledger or a book on the desk?
Yes, there's a book on the desk.
Okay. What's the book on?
It shows the different names of people who have rented horses from him or purchased horses from him.
Okay. Any other notes in it? Like if I thumb a couple pages?
Thumb a couple pages. Actually, in the very first page, you would see that it says, yeah, you would know this. It says, brother says I don't have to pay taxes.
Brother.
Says I don't have to pay taxes. So, okay. So is this guy the mayor's brother?
You don't know.
Interesting. Okay, all right. So there's that. Anything
That's
in the back of the book?
perfect, Mitchell. Oh my god. I'm sorry. What was that, Vigo?
It's not an Archie one.
It's not an Archie one, but it's perfect for what Vigo's doing.
Thank you, Mitchell. Appreciate that one. I don't think it was that bad. Okay, so anything else in the book?
No, that's pretty much it.
Anything else in the okay?
Hold on, you're cutting out.
Anything in the desk of interest?
Make an investigation check for me, or perception, either or. Actually, no, it would be investigation. All right. Yeah. Thumbing through the desk real quick, you do find a small little coin pouch with about 20 gold in it.
I'll leave that.
But other than that, nothing of note in the desk.
Okay. You said there's a glass cabinet
Mhm.
in the room with items on display.
Yep.
What are the items?
One looks like a scroll tube.
Okay.
There's a little bit of jewelry, like a necklace, some rings and whatnot. And then there is a beautiful dagger prominently on display in there.
Beautiful how?
It gleams and glistens, and it's just very ornate. There's like rubies in the hilt of it. It doesn't seem very useful as far as damaging, but it's very beautiful.
Okay, so it would have a high sale value for just an item as opposed to this is a fighting knife?
Potentially. Without close inspection, you're not sure. But usually ornate stuff like this is more of a money maker than necessarily a damage dealer.
All right. Right. Okay. Detect. I'd like to look around for secret doors or trap doors in the floor, something like that. Does it look like the rug gets moved at all, or is there a section of rug that seems to be able to be moved, or is the rug special in any way, shape, or form?
Make a perception check or investigation.
For what?
To kind of like to look closer at the rug.
Perception.
Okay. You do see a small, like a part of the rug is like crumpled a little bit. Without close inspection, you probably would not have noticed.
Okay. Peel that back.
Yeah, I'm peeling it back. There is
see if there's like a trapdoor.
Yeah, there is a small trapdoor big enough for a person to potentially go down.
Okay. So there was the glass case with the items in it. There was the desk. And there was a painting on the wall. What's the painting?
The painting on the wall, it looks like that of a sunset.
Anything behind the painting?
You move the painting, and there is a small little, easily discernible, like separate, like block of the wall that looks like it's removable.
Okay, check the painting for traps. Look like I can. Does it look like?
I mean, you would have had to take the painting off to see the thing on the wall. So I was assuming you did that.
That's fine. All right. This block of wall seems to be able to move outward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Check for traps.
Investigation check.
Yeah, no, I don't get. It's not a secret door. It's investigation. So, all right, going for it.
Doesn't appear to be trapped.
All right, let's take it out.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly light. And you take it out, you put, and there's what appears to be like a safe behind it as well.
Okay. All right. How do I pick the lock on this thing?
You make a thieves tool check.
Nope, you said safe, then combo lock or something weird. Okay. All right, going for these tools.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
it takes you a minute, but you are able to easily open this up. And inside are a bunch of documents. Looks like deeds and ledgers and things like that.
Okay. I still have the Crown Royal bag on me, don't I?
You do.
I do. Open it up and see if I can slip one of the documents inside it.
You do.
Problem with it?
No, it disappears when you put it in.
Document.
What was
and
that?
reach my hand in.
You were cutting out. I didn't hear you.
Sorry. Put my hand into the Crown Royal bag, and whisper document.
Yeah, you pull the documents out.
Okay, so I confirm what I think. Okay, so I would like to feed whatever I can down into this Crown Royal bag.
Okay, yeah. Easy enough to do.
Excellent. So I'll clean out the safe. Can you text me that later?
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat later.
Thank you. All right. So anything else in there?
Nope.
So documents and ledgers, no cash.
No cash.
Okay. All right. Close that back up. Put the painting back on the wall. Can't decide if I want to loot the glass case now, or if I want to peek down that trapdoor yet. Both are tempting. I'm gonna loot the glass case.
Okay. You go to open the glass case. It is locked.
Okay, that's fine. I think I can. All right, one more try with the shiny wires.
Okay. Yeah. It's easy enough to open up this glass case.
Investigation for traps on any of the items. See if there's some kind of booby trap on
Well,
them to go off.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
As you open up the case, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. As a poisonous cloud of gas releases from a part of the case that you did not see.
All right. Dungeon Delver feat gives me advantage on saving throws to avoid or resist traps.
Mm-hmm.
And also resistance to damage dealt by traps.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so I get advantage on the saving throw.
Yes, you do.
Okay, and it was Constitution.
Yes. Ooh.
So halfling luck.
Oh yeah.
I get to reroll that one.
Yes, you do.
Okay, one more roll. Come on, baby, be nice.
Oh no. All right, so you're gonna take 20.
This is why I did not go in there.
You're gonna take 20 points of poison damage, but the glass case is open, and this poisonous cloud is still in this room.
I get.
It is slowly seeping out. Did you close the door behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is staying in this room, slowly seeping out like under the door, but not enough.
I have resistance to damage dealt by traps.
Right. So you'll take 10.
10. Okay. Take 10. All right. Let me mark down 10. I believe all my temporary hit points have disappeared because we've rested, so I'll knock those off from last time. Okay, so 10 points of damage. Yuff. Okay. Well, if he's gonna poison me, then I'm taking everything in the case. I was gonna be nice and leave a few things, but nope, I'm just taking it all.
All right. So you have one scroll case. You have 3 rings.
There was a knife.
Yep.
Okay.
You have 3 rings, 1 amulet, and 1 dagger.
Okay. Okay. Well, that sucks. Oh, you know what? We're gonna work this to my advantage. Okay. Time to open the trapdoor in the floor.
Okay.
Check for trap.
Yep. Make another Constitution saving throw because you're still in the gas.
Open the damn door to the room. got this again. All right. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Constitution saving throw again. Save.
Yeah, so you saved. So you only take 10 damage from this round. You're opening the door, though?
Yeah, I'll open the door, but do I take? Because you roll 20, I just take 10 more.
Yeah.
5. You still have resistance.
Total resistance, but no, because you rolled a 20. Half is 10.
Yep, and then you made your save.
Yeah, you made
Oh,
the
I
save,
made
so you
the
take
save, so I
half.
take 5.
And then you
You're
take
correct,
another half,
thank you.
yes.
So yeah, I'll crack open the door to the hallway.
Okay.
Does the cloud roll out?
It begins to, yes.
And I'm gonna lift the trap door in the floor.
Okay. Make an athletics check for me.
Oh, it's heavy. That's not gonna be good. Athletics. Flex your shoulders for a second.
Should I be doing anything special while I'm keeping watch?
You can make a perception check for me. Vigo, you try this door and you just can't lift it yet. Make another Constitution saving throw, please.
Yes, it's rolling out.
Yes, but you're still in it.
Look, just because I'm short don't blame me on things.
You have advantage technically.
I halfling luck. Stop.
So you'll take 12 from this one.
Take 12. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, this is all right. I've had my fun. I need to leave. So, okay.
Yeah,
I'll leave the door open.
You can move, bonus action, and dash and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Are you gonna close the trapdoor and put the rug back?
I never opened it. It was too heavy. It must be bolted shut from the inside.
You're gonna put the rug back?
Well, the glass case has been looted. Oh, okay, so I'll put the rug back like I didn't find the trap door.
Okay.
And I'll leave that. So it looks like things got disturbed, but not everything got disturbed.
Okay.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Sounds good. Mel, he comes busting through the window, shuts the window, locks it back up. And you guys, he's out of breath and he looks a little worse for wear.
I pick him up and we run away.
Just game plan I ever had.
Just like a sack of potatoes, toss him over, we run away.
You guys leave the stables, make your way back into the inn.
I mean, I should be recovered enough to walk back in on my own, looking a little worse for wear, but
Okay, yeah, just before I put you down, then
appreciate that very much. Let me keep some dignity.
There's not much left, but
I'll buy him a drink.
That'll help. I need a little something. Yeah. Okay. So,
little hair of the dog, you know.
yes. Okay. So, I will wait to sort through everything till I get up to the room.
Yep.
Because I need to up in this Crown Royal bag. And did I find 11 gold in the?
Yes, in his pockets in the fine dressing.
Yes, I did. Okay, so I had 11 gold. So you know what? This round's on me. I got this one. I'll lay a gold piece on the table.
All right. Yeah. You guys all get a round of alcohol.
So plus 10 gold.
Cheers.
Yep. As you make your way back up to the room, and you look over your gains, are you flipping the bag inside out?
I will once I'm over a bed or something padded, so it doesn't just make this giant clunk onto the ground.
Yep. Yeah. So as you do, there is the documents that you put in there.
Right.
There is there's a sealed envelope. Well, it's a no longer sealed envelope. And then there are, all in all, after you count it all, 5,000 gold worth of 5,000 worth of gold.
Whoa.
Silas, it looks like the the town is going to make you your payments in full. Like I told you, I negotiate a great deal. Okay, and what is this? Is this a miniature bag of holding, or what do you call it?
No, it's just a regular bag
proper-sized
of holding. Yep.
The proper size bag of holding.
For you,
like
it's a large bag of holding.
Okay.
It's just a regular bag of holding.
What's the envelope? What's the contents of the envelope?
Reading over the envelope, I'll have to draw this up next week. It's basically a letter, stating that the payment has been made, for information on the whereabouts of the people. Let me write it all out because I have a whole plan for this. So,
Okay.
I'll read
and
that
we're
to you
getting
next
close
week.
to. Tell you what.
Yeah.
How about we leave this as a cliffhanger for the end of the episode?
That's actually perfect. But you all will level up overnight as well.
Oh.
I would also like to explain. I did make notes here. Contents of the envelope we'll explain next time.
Yes.
And notes in the ledger stated the brother says we don't have to pay taxes. So, is it possible the stable master is related to the mayor? Question mark. Don't know.
Potentially, you're not sure.
Not sure, but just a thought. And that's a thought. And you know what? I'm gonna spring for it. I'm gonna make the donation to purchase the orb of scrying for Silas.
Okay.
Because
We'll hit that up next time.
that I am.
Yeah, we'll hit that up next
If
time.
anybody asks, Vigo Bernhard Whitbottom is a halfling with a heart of gold, and I'm gonna be the guy who steps up to the plate and buys this orb for Silas as a generous gift from me to the church, because that's how I want to spend my money.
But that's how Vigo has always been. Vigo's always looked out for his friends and his crewmates.
The fact that you have a coin purse usually means I'm looking out for you.
Yeah. I
If
remember
you
on the
keep
boat.
your coin purse, I'm being nice to you.
Yeah, I remember on the boat you stood up for us.
I did, because we do the hard work, we gain the cash. So I found this little bag of holding with 1,000 gold in it tonight, and I want to use that to buy the scrying orb for you. And I found this envelope inside the bag of holding too, but that's all that was in the bag of holding was this 1,000 gold and this envelope.
You would know that you probably have to go back to Lux for the scrying orb.
Okay with that.
Most likely. You can check around Quanting, but most likely you'll have to go back to Luxfer.
And with that bag of holding, we can keep the orb in the bag of holding going forward.
Absolutely, yes. You know what? Anything you guys want to give me, coins, gold, silver. I need one of you wiggly fingers types to look over this scroll that I happened to find just somewhere random, and this shiny dagger. Anybody tell me what these things are? Mr. DM?
Yeah, so Mood would be able to tell you that the scroll is a scroll of Cloud Kill.
I think I encountered that.
That you did. And then only one of the rings is magical. The other two are worth some money. The amulet is magical, and the dagger is magical.
Okay, so we have to get back to Mood, which we can do next time, to find out what that is, if there's an identifier available, or Vance can identify him for us.
Can we say we brought it to Vance, and he could tell us?
Yeah, I'm gonna write it all down so I don't have to worry about it next week.
I'll offer the rings to Melisande in case she'd like something pretty to wear. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, because I'm not offering a ring to Mood. He can buy a ring if he wants. So I'm not going to give him a ring. He'll come up with these weird ideas.
What, just the regular rings?
Yeah, the two regular rings you could to the right seller would probably be about 150 gold total.
Sound like them?
Sorry. I mean, aren't I one of the guys?
I'm just offering you rings. I mean, ladies like rings. I don't know. Do you want to have something shiny on your finger? Or, you know what? I tell you what. I'll
What does the
donate these 2
magical ring
rings.
do?
No. I got this. I'm gonna donate these 2 rings to my good friend Cora for her hoard.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Cora now has
That's all I
150
found.
gold worth of rings on her horns.
Cora,
Her hoard.
Cora
She's got a dragon
emerges
hoard.
and kind
Whatever
of
her
goes,
little pile of cash and coins is.
kind of like blows this like breath of steam and nods like an appreciation.
I appreciate that. Well, Cora's great, and I want to make sure that, every dragon's got to build a hoard of some kind eventually. So I'm donating that to her, a sign of friendship. Amulet of the Devout. I don't know what that is, but sure, Silas probably could use it. And a blink dagger.
Ooh,
Who could use a blink dagger?
Not
That's
You?
all I found was 1,000 gold, the envelope. I got the ledger and the paperwork, of course. The scroll, which I can't use. The ring, the amulet, the dagger, and these other 2 rings. So that's all I broke. I broke even on this one. I really didn't make away with anything, guys.
I don't know.
Here.
I mean, to be
You?
honest, this sounds pretty in the green.
Out of character, I'll take that because I'm still working, but I'll take that amulet of the devout because it gives me a. While you wear the holy symbol, you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls, and the saving throw DCs of my spells.
You get a bonus to both those things.
Yes, as well as I can use my Channel Divinity feature once without spending a charge, so I get an extra charge on my Channel Divinity stuff.
Yeah, definitely the rogue for the dagger.
Who gets the dagger?
You do.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. That's
Unless
very special
this-
of you.
Well, I mean, actually, maybe the fighter.
If I don't have a 2-handed weapon, I actually operate very, very subpar.
I was thinking the robot
Oh,
because he's having some movement issues, and this is a solid. It can. How far away does it go?
A regular dagger range.
So
60 feet.
20, 60 feet. So it would give him a 60-foot teleportation, even if the attack's not the best. He could still make an attack that's pretty good, and then that gives him a movement option comparative
Make
to
the attack with advantage.
yeah. Well, I mean, like comparative to like him using his broadsword, but like him pulling out a dagger, throwing it, and then making the attack, like that would give him a movement option.
I'll say I believe he's a
Already.
fisty boy, so
Yeah, so him pulling out the dagger to throw it for the times that he can't get into fisticuff range.
well, no,
probably
you
would-
don't. You don't even have to throw it. You use your action to teleport into the unoccupied space. So,
Right, the
but it's,
question
it's
is,
the
like,
dagger
how-
range of the minimum dagger range without disadvantage, which is what 20
right.
feet.
It just didn't say the dagger range.
Oh,
I
oh,
think,
yeah. So.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I thought using the teleport was throwing. It's a flavor thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so it would give him a 60-foot teleportation that he could use, and then he'd be in melee with whatever he's fighting.
No, it's 20-foot teleportation range.
But the dagger has it's 2060, right?
Right.
Where does
Is
it
it,
say
is it the 60
20?
disadvantage though?
Sure. What's the difference? It actually just says you can use an action to teleport to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of a creature you could. Oh no, that doesn't have a range.
Yeah, I'm fixing that now.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
I was like, wait, that just says 5 feet of a creature you can see.
Yeah.
I
That's an
stand.
infinite
There you go.
teleport.
It's fixed now.
I see. All right. I see Archie or Clarence standing atop a mountain,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
staring
teleport
down
there.
into the valley
You can
below.
teleport there.
Not no more.
All right. 20
Hashtag
feet. Okay.
fixed.
So then the question becomes: is the melee a weapon attack with the dagger, or in the
Yeah, it says
case
melee.
of Clarence?
It says melee weapon attack.
Well, but if his fists are the weapon, pulls the dagger in his fist, punches with his fist.
He's a fighter, right?
Yes.
There.
Okay, then he can use the weapon.
Okay, so you must attack with the dagger. Okay, so there you go.
That better?
Okay, well, clarification. We're
Yep.
trying to make sure we're not
Nope,
abusing the rules. Thank you
100%.
for that. No, we're working with you.
No, the 20-foot thing kind of makes it negligible for our fighter.
That's not true, because I mean, he could dash forward, run forward, full movement.
Well, he could
30
move.
feet.
Well, like he could move forward, and then he would get a attack with it because he still has to use his action to do this special attack. But he would lose his second attack anyway. So, like the attack is like, well, it says you have to use an action to teleport and then make the attack. He loses his second attack because he's not making an attack action.
Yes.
He made
This
an
is
attack.
a
He
rogue
makes
for a
melee
dagger.
Right, so it's one attack versus using extra attack to make 2 or 3 attacks,
Correct.
which you wouldn't be able to do doing this ability. So it's better on a rogue that only makes 1 attack anyway. Now that it's only 20 feet and it's not really a movement buff, it's just kind of like I can get through this melee skirmish buff, but it's not like he can move farther by running than you could by using this ability.
Yeah, but if he runs, he uses his action to run.
Well,
so therefore he does not get any attacks.
Right. But again, he might as well get like farther next to him. Like the advantage for the rogue, it's better than the soaring up a weak spot for the fighter that was 60-foot teleportation. But now 20 feet, he can just get there with movement, and then he's there, and that's more important than like 1 attack that grants advantage, which also the rogue. You want advantage to get your sneak attacks. This gives you an advantage that you don't have to set up for.
Understand? I'm not arguing against taking it. I'm just saying.
No, I
don't
think
so. But what is Clarence saying?
Clarence is in bed.
Yeah.
Clarence is in bed.
So that's a discussion for next week.
That's fine. No problem. Okay. So Angela the Devout went to Silas, I think. Who wants to scroll with Cloud Kill?
Can the cleric use it?
I think anybody can.
Anybody can use a scroll in my campaigns.
Oh, okay.
You'll just have to make a check.
Okay, then someone that's not a spellcaster.
Okay. And then Ring of Protection +1.
Give the scroll to the dragon. Anyone can use it. Let the dragon use it.
Yep, the dragon will just have to make a check.
Yeah, let the
Is
dragon
there
use
an info for that scroll? Or can we search?
If you press the I and type in Cloud Kill, or even just Cloud.
So far, everything else I've searched for doesn't have a thing. So
yeah. It's just a spell. I can't exactly link it.
Oh, it's a spell.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. If you guys don't want that ring of protection, I'll take it.
Oh, hold on. I think everybody wants the Ring of Protection. So
Well, who's in the front the most? Because the biggest bonus for it is the +1 AC. So who's really getting hit the most?
I'm more of an AC tank than Christian is.
Okay, then yeah, you should have it.
Because I'm getting with that, I'd be rocking 20 AC in some like wimpy ass starting armor.
Yeah, totally. You should take it.
Christian's not awake to protest on his own, then I agree with that.
He is not.
You snooze, you lose.
What's his AC?
Like 20s, I think.
Is it?
Oh, he's in
is
his
it-
20s.
Is he
I
also
think
in the
so.
20s?
Hold on.
No, I'm not at 20 yet. So if I make 10, I'll
Clarence
get
twice
to
wired.
15.
His is 19.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
you both
you
have the same AC.
Okay. He just normally
He's not here. He didn't stay awake to argue for himself.
Yep.
He loses it.
All right.
Plus,
I'm fine with
he
that.
also has shield. Plus, I gave him. I can give him the bonus as well to make them even.
Yeah. So go for it,
I think
Saturn.
he's more of a
For
HP
the
tank.
scroll.
I tend not to try to fight for items, but that one's the one I can see benefit.
Don't worry, there will be more.
Oh yeah.
There will be more items.
We're trying to be fair here, but okay.
Yeah.
And Vigo will take the blink dagger.
For those watching stream, surprised face.
Well, I'm sorry. There was a legit discussion.
I think it makes sense.
Oh,
I think
Silas, you get to. Oh, I saw the roll 1, and I'm like, only 1 hit point. I was about to cry for you.
I know. know you could take the average if it's below 5. So
No. This campaign, you chose to roll or take average.
okay.
Not both.
I'm just sad that we leveled up and I lost my 69 HP.
You don't have to level up. You can stay with your 69 HP.
That was like that was like before this now, so it doesn't matter anymore. I already made the choice. I made the bed before he told me it was optional. I would have stayed at it. It'd been hilarious.
Everyone else gets to 20. You're just sitting at 9.
Yep. Still being a thorn in some bad guy's side too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, really
Oh, run through my space? No, you ain't.
true. Okay.
Did we give Cora the scroll?
What's the check? Because this is a whole new system.
It will be an Arcana check.
Okay.
So
I mean,
DC is 10 plus the level of the scroll.
so how effective for the people that for the people that don't have it on their spell list, and we're all like 9th level or 10th level. So whoever doesn't have it on the spell list, who has a good Arcana that they think they could reliably hit 15? That's here.
Not me. But I'm also going to tell you right now that Saturn's not really a person who's going to want to drop a cloud kill. So
I mean, you could drop it at range, so like you fight one big bad guy. If you're running up to them, you could like say they're 90 feet away or something.
not really
chucking.
his thing.
I mean, it's kind of just like a big gas grenade. That's how I think about it.
You're not wrong.
I have
but,
an
like,
extra 5 on mine.
I could cast it with no chance of failure, but I got a lot of spells. I think it's on cleric spell list.
We'll tell you what.
Is it on the
Okay,
cleric
we don't
spell
want it.
list?
How about this? How about this?
Why don't we?
Offer the scroll to Vance in exchange for a scroll we do want.
Well, I mean, it's I don't know. What scroll do we want?
Well,
What-
that's up to you, wiggly finger types. I'm just saying. If we don't want this one, offer to exchange it. Get something we do want.
Yeah, let's just save it for next time.
And so think about it for a week. You got a while, and then come back next week with some better ideas, or toss it up in the Discord during the week. Brandon, is that satisfactory?
What about
He
like
walked away for a sec.
if you're just gonna want to try to like do another spell change? I mean, why not just get like a mass healing word or something? Is that what you're saying with the spell scroll? Maybe I missed
Yeah,
something.
I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
What I miss?
35.
The question is, if we don't want the scroll of cloud kill,
Mhm.
can we trade it to Vance for a different spell scroll of equal or lesser level?
Yeah. Oh, why not?
Okay. So my recommendation is that the spellcaster types look over their spells, decide is there something at the level or just below cloud kill we'd like to have on a scroll, so that we trade it for something we do want, and then they can either put it in Discord during the week and say, hey, how about these 2 ideas or 3 ideas or whatever. We can discuss it, and we start next week, and then we'll just knock it out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Vigo rolled a 2 for his HP, so I'll be adding 2 to my HP.
Plus your Constitution modifier.
0.
Oh, okay.
I'll be adding 2 to my HP. Yep, Constitution 10. Nothing.
Eek.
Okay. Yep. Well, thank you guys in front of me. And
Like Here's Vigo teleporting in, swiping, and disengaging.
That's right. Once a day. So, but hey, when it works, that's an important one. Okay.
Question.
Yes.
So let's say there's a dude standing guard next to a thing. Can he teleport in, not take the attack, swipe the thing, and then disengage and run out? Like, you take advantage of the bonus action, disengage from rogue, and then the normal movement action?
Technically. But actually, I would say no because specifically the dagger states that you make an attack.
Oh, okay.
Attack the table the item's sitting on. I attack the item with.
It says
dude.
creature.
It is a creature.
Creature. Okay.
Against the creature.
Well, the table looked like a mimic to me. What can I say?
Can we cast sentient?
The swing hits on the table. Shit, it was a mimic!
Alright. I gotta head out, guys. I gotta work tomorrow morning. I'll
Yeah.
catch you later.
No worries.
Same.
Brendan, thank you so
This was
much.
fun.
And 1 week from today, you got your job interview. So good luck on that.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, good luck, and
Okay.
I'll see you guys later.
Yep. See you guys next Monday.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
So, me and Mel are gonna play some Stardew now. Go restart your
Okay,
computer, Mel.
I'm gonna reset the computer. It's like Twitch is kind of being funky.